Let's see if we can get his signal from the Bat Cave as is tradition. And we are live. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of the Jedi Academy here on the SWGOH Gamers YouTube channel. Welcome to the show, well, where we do nothing but answer your questions about Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, the mobile game brought to you by Capital Games. I'm your man with the plan and host, Ranger J 1999. I'll introduce the panel here in a second. And we'll get more people, content creators, coming in as we get a chance. But if you're new to the show and new to the channel, welcome. We're glad to have you guys here. This is a pretty straightforward show. We get a bunch of content creators, guests on the show, and we do nothing but answer your questions. Now, if you have a question that you want to pose to us, simple. Put your question into the chat. However, there is a format for it, so we can identify your question easier and get to them. If you have a question that you want to pose, put the word question in front of your actual question and or comment that you want us to respond to and or answer, and that's how it works. If you don't, then we might miss it, because I do read the chat as best I can, but you know, and if I miss your question too, keep us honest. I mean, I'm not perfect, we're human. If I miss it, just say, hey, I had a question, you missed it, can you go back and check? Yeah, sometimes we just miss it. Sometimes YouTube, for some whatever reason, it will not show up. I have no idea why, man. It's just one of those random things that happens, and there's not much we can do to that. So, but other than that, hit the thumbs up, subscribe. Got a lot of content. We had a lot of fun last night doing the Hingy stream. We did the pre-stream, then we did the Hingy stream. Had a lot of fun, even though all of us got our ass kicked yesterday with these ridiculous shit that's going on in 3v3. But we still have fun, and that's the most important thing. And then we cut a video that's out right now, me, Heinze, and Ram talking about a lot of things, talking about Zory Bliss, talking about the new TB, you know, all that stuff. Mainly the lack of communication with CG, it's pretty not good. Oh man. And then we talked about the Traya. Should Traya be nerfed? So if you want to go see that, you should go see it. And so that video is out on YouTube right now. The other thing too is yesterday I put out the new lore video, Star Wars Lore with Idiots. If you haven't checked that out, it's our fourth one, and it begins our saga of covering, asking the patrons what they wanted. They really picked this subject, so we were doing the Sith. So if you want to get a full history of the Sith, legends, and canon, we just combine it all and just give you the story of, in all publications and throughout the history of Star Wars, what is the actual lore mythos. And I try to teach the idiots about it, and well, if that's why it's called Star Wars Lore with Idiots.
I have a question.
Sure.
Is Darth Jar Jar, is he included on your Sith lore version?
No, not even going to be a part of it. Yeah, that's not a thing.
But
yeah.
Okay, no, that is a thing. That is the thing. Darth Jar Jar. Okay, I'm disappointed. Okay, when do we get my Darth Jar Jar lore one? And so I'm a patron. Okay, hang on, I'm a patron. I'm going to go on there. I'm going to type Darth Jar Jar.
You have to, yeah. I mean, if you're a Patreon, you got to contribute. You know, this is the way it works.
Okay, I go in there.
It doesn't mean I'm going to do it, but you can definitely have insight on it and stuff.
But I think Darth. Okay,
yeah,
I'll go back.
Yeah, you can contribute and give your ideas and stuff. I'll take it all in. Yeah.
He's a Sith. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, Misa not going to do that. But yeah, all input is important. Patrons, you know the deal. You get the lore video series early because I always give it to you guys a couple days before I put it out to the general viewing public. So if you haven't listened to that after this, you got plenty of good stuff to go listen to with Lore with the Idiots. I'm getting some more juice and vape here. 1 second. Also, we've increased the level of patrons. You do have a new platinum $50 tier. You get all the same benefits for all the other Patreon stuff that you get, you know, mini roster reviews, you know, you get your own channel, you get input on the lore series, you get the lore series early, but with $50 tier, you get a remod session from me. So if you go $50 Patreon, you get a remod session from me, you get one every couple of months. I go back in and you don't have to do anything else. You get it, that's what you get. So, and if we hit $1,000 in Patreon, because let's just be honest, all this, we don't make shit. You're doing YouTube and just don't make a damn thing. But if you
speak for yourself, I mean, my OnlyFans is popping off.
OnlyFans is not what you get paid from YouTube. Yeah, that's a little bit different, man.
I earn nothing from YouTube. I have 70 or 80. I have 80 subscribers on YouTube. It's absolutely terrible.
Try not to spend that $3 anywhere. All this. I mean.
But what am I? Hey, Hey, hang on. One of my videos had about 1,000 views this week. Well, actually, one of Calvin's videos of my content has. But we'll talk about that. But let's move on.
Yeah. But make sure you hit the. So that's all that stuff. Make sure you get your questions in.
No, but what range it support the content creators. The fact is that I always say this at the end of my thing. Like, people are putting this on for you. They're putting this content, this time and effort to show you Star Wars Galaxy Heroes in a positive way, and for you to see compositions and stuff. And sometimes they clown around, sometimes they do it this way, that way. But literally, it's hard work. And if one content creator was to drop off, that's a lot less content, you know. So the more we help support, the more we kind of help people, the better. Because it is hard work. It's hard work.
A lot of work, but it's worth it if you get the views and stuff. Which reminds me, if I've been getting a lot of hits on the Riva mission. I did it live Wednesday for everybody. So if you go back and watch the Wednesday night stream, we did Riva live, and then I've got a video.
I watched that one. I watched that one as well of you. Sorry. I thought it was really good. The weirdest thing, and what I'm looking for a content creator, I don't have fifth brother.
You should.
And okay, yes, I know. But every single Riva mission strategy I found had fifth brother, and fifth brother is by far amazing. You need fifth brother, you need Grand Inquisitor. But I didn't have fifth brother. I didn't know until I did it, and then I was like, oh my god! And I tried it without fifth brother, and it was going so well, and then suddenly everyone died. So
yeah, you need.
I would if one content creator can do me a video without fifth brother, wow, you've hit. I mean, because there's no one's done it yet. I've not seen one.
The problem, I mean, eventually I'll try that, but not right now because my guild's 27 out of 27. You can't risk. Yeah, it's too valuable right now. Now if you want to see how not to do the Riva mission, go watch the Ram stream from 2 days ago, where we begged him not to do certain things, and he did, and he ended up losing the Riva mission. So yeah,
I did
endless shit on that yesterday.
I tried the hell out of it without fifth brother, and I got so close. But yeah, just not. I don't know if it's possible. I don't know without fifth. But anyway, okay.
You got to get because you've got to be able to get scavenger and engineer out of there.
It's the cleansing. The cleansing is so.
Look, well, Seven Sisters is important, but fifth to get all those buffs off, right? And to get all that shit off, it's a big deal. So yeah. But yeah, if you need help with the video, I break down the modding that I do. The speeds, everything. And yeah, so
your video was great. Your video was great. All the videos great. I mean, yeah, I watched Calvin obviously, but yeah, no, I thought all the videos were really great on the Riva mission.
Yeah, there's a lot of good ones out there.
But every single one used fifth brother, and I was like, damn you, do me one without. Anyway, okay, carry on. All right, we've not even introduced.
Well, we got to introduce everybody else here. We got Calvin. Awesome, joining us. What's going on, Calvin? What is Calvin awesome? Why is Calvin awesome? Calvin awesome? Is not. He is not.
He's getting coffee. He's getting coffee.
He's getting some coffee. Okay. And we also have Epic Fails joining us.
Wow.
I don't understand the word he just said. Say that again, Epic. What the hell?
Hello there.
Oh, there we go. I was like, what the hell? All I heard was. So we got Epic, we got Calvin, we got myself, and then yes, and we got the questions coming in. Oh, Contingent says Patreon updated. Oh, thank you. Let me go check that real quick. Thank you, my friend. Contingent, yes. Oh, and before we start getting into the questions here, update. I'm almost got all the pieces for the new Beskar Mando set. So we've got the undersized pieces. So I've got the flight suit and everything, the gloves, the boots, everything that's in. The only thing I'm waiting on is the cylinder should be here today or tomorrow. All the cartridges he has on his belt and things of that nature. We've got the egg and baby Grogu set up for that. We've got the satchel behind me with the other baby Grogu, so I can carry that around. Weapons are not on their way yet, so we're still waiting for the rifle and the pistol. But
is this the 3D printing?
This is the Beskar Mando armor we bought.
Yeah, but is this the guy that is he printing these items, or are you?
Yeah, all this is 3D. He makes it out. Well, everybody's different, so they're
Yeah.
all customized. Parts that that look just like the suit. I mean,
But there's a guy heavily involved in the suit that is printing stuff 3D.
oh yeah,
and...
he does, and the guy that did the egg does that. He actually has it on Twitch where he has his camera set up, and you can see the 3D process happening as he's doing it. So it's really
Oh,
neat.
that'd be awesome. Okay.
Yeah,
Please
yeah,
link that in the future. Sounds amazing. Yeah, it's super exciting.
It's super awesome.
I'm excited to see the finished suit, but I'm so excited about the process. Sorry, okay. So I'm still talking. Actually, okay, okay, hi.
Calm down. All right, I'll just calm down, buddy. He got all excited about this. No, it is exciting though. So I've got the everything but the actual armor pieces. Those take for a long time because they're made and then they get painted, so it looks like the costume from the show and stuff. Those take longer to get. So we've got that on the way, and then the jetpack. We've got the jetpack coming as well. And so that's going to take a New York minute to make. So yeah, but it's slowly coming together, and yeah, so it's looking good. Hello, Kate Gaming. Kate Gaming has joined us too. Hello, Kate.
Hello.
You drinking some tea, coffee? What you got going on this morning?
I already had it all because I just got done work.
You just got done work?
Yeah, I just got done work.
Are you working now all day, or you
No,
just got done with work?
no. I just got done with work.
Oh, good. Okay, good. All right. So you only had to work a few hours this morning on a Saturday?
Yeah, basically 6 a.m. to now.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, so we definitely need the caffeine. So glad to have
I already
Kate.
had it.
Yes. And then let's try Calvin again. Calvin, are you there, buddy? He logged it in and out and stuff. He's still muted. Calvin, I don't care.
Mic is still broken, is what he said.
Oh, what the hell's going on, man? Oh, that sucks. Well, just keep working on it, buddy. And when you get to just say something, you can interrupt me. I don't care. Just let us know that you're good to go. Okay. Well, we've got the lovely Kate Gaming. We've got Epic Felds, Calvin Awesome, Aldous, myself.
Gotta say, Aldi, I missed you. How you doing?
I miss you, Kate. I love you. You know I love you.
All right, get a room, Jesus.
I love you. I can't believe you're here so early. I love you, Kate.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
the new time actually works better.
I was going to say, Kate, you do realize that we started an hour later and you've turned
You
up
threw me off. It threw me off.
At the start.
Well, I've been saying for 2 weeks I was going to do this. Yeah, because...
Dude, I've been gone for like a month.
Oh, I know. But yeah, since I'm co-hosting with the Heinzie show, you know how that is, Kate.
I was figuring. I was like, I wonder if he pushed it back because he wants to factor in hangover time.
Yeah, 100%. There's no way I'm getting up early to go do that nonsense. So, yeah.
Kate, you've been missing for 1 month. You know, that whole Dungeons and Dragons Finn thing's been missing for 1.5 years. Yeah,
actually, we're doing dungeons. We're actually.
You guys are. We're still not.
Well, hey, listen. We've been on hiatus too. I haven't done one since forever. So we're actually doing one tonight. So yeah.
My character died of old age.
That happens.
Mine's like wandering off in the abyss.
Okay.
Calvin, are you want to give it another shot there, brother? I just want to see if we can get Calvin up and running before we get to questions. I just want to try to help Calvin here. Gotta be a setting or something. Either setting in Zoom where it's not picking up the right mic, or something Windows is not picking up the right mic. That's really weird. All right, we'll wait for.
Usually, my issue is the not picking up the correct mic.
Mine is because I'm an idiot.
Well, I mean that goes hand in hand.
No. For me, it's specifically. Oh wait, I heard Calvin. Wait, was that Calvin?
Calvin?
Oh, there was Calvin.
Yeah. So
Yay!
Zoom hates this mic, so it comes through like
That's
garbage.
what it was.
And wait, does it come well right now?
Yeah. You sound good.
Cracking?
I'm good. Yeah.
No, you're not cracking.
No.
Okay, cool. Because I have 2 microphones, and this one usually sounds like garbage, so I don't use it anymore. And then I use my other one, but my other one wasn't being recognized. But if this one doesn't sound like garbage, we're good to go.
Yeah, let's rock and roll, baby.
Yeah, if it starts to crack and your guys' ears start to explode, let me know, because that's been previous experience.
I already have hearing loss and damage. It's not going to do anything. You can't really hurt me anymore, Calvin.
Oh, what's up, guys? Thanks for waiting for me. Appreciate it.
That's what we do, bro, baby. Let's go. So yes, again, just before we start with the questions, last thing, this is the new start time. I may even start another hour after that, but this will be the early time that we start. And I'm going to try to consistently make it this time. But yeah, no way am I after doing Heinzie's stream am I getting up at the crack of dawn.
I figured that was the reason.
Because I already have problems enough with insomnia, so getting to sleep is a problem. So getting up early, it just screws up the rest of my day. So
It's a Saturday. Just sleep in.
yeah,
You're fine.
oh yeah, absolutely.
You, man.
You know,
We'll be
yeah,
here.
hell yeah,
I'll be
baby,
here.
yeah. All right, hello to everybody in the chat. Contingent, thank you. Oh, I was gonna look at that. He said he updated his Patreon. I didn't even go look at that. Thank you, my friend. I think we have a new tier, our first platinum tier. Oh snap, we do. See, contingent. Yep, he did. We have 2 notifications. Oh, there we go. Cool. All right. Thank you very much. Yeah, again, and then let me know when you want me to help you with your mods, buddy. You just message me and let me know, and we'll get it squared away. All right. That's good. Good. All right. Let's get to our questions. Let's do it. The engineer question: are they going to nerf Zory? She looks way too powerful. I don't think she looks too powerful at all. She looks really good, but I mean, barely just got
Definitely
her.
not.
Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think she needs to be nerfed at all. I mean, I've testing her out, and just from what I've seen, it makes Zory's in the game. Let's just be honest, because her ship's coming. Few months, just prepare yourself for that resistance ship coming into the game. I don't know if it's going to be a marquee or what they're going to do. Whenever her ship comes in, that's going to round out the resistance as the 5th fighter or ship that they need for resistance. But on top of that, it does make the other resistance team, the leftovers, actually pretty solid. But it ain't taking crazy. I mean, some people are saying it's taking on crazy stuff. Let's wait and get more information, guys. I mean, does everybody here on the panel think they're merely going to nerf her?
Well, why don't we talk nerfs in general? I mean, we have the Traya potential nerf. We have, I don't know. It's a very good question. We can answer this one, but I think we have the point of kind of the balance of the game and the nerfs, which I think is quite an interesting topic. Shall I go first because I'm currently talking? Will she be nerfed? Possibly not. Okay. So on Zory, I think she's probably a nod towards Mary Poppins Leia more than she is, because whichever GL's coming next needs some random marquees drop that people need to wail on. She looks like a suitable starter. So rather than being a marker towards the ship, I feel she's a marker towards a GL. So I know people are saying, oh god, she ship's definitely coming. But I think she's probably a marker towards a GL Chewie or a GL
Chewie? Wow.
Or a GL Leia. Leia's the smart money. But yes, so that's why I think she's been added. That's why she is a weird character. Nobody asked for her. She is 2 years late, and she makes no sense. But yeah.
Well, we can expand this because I'm sure we talked about it last night.
Yeah.
But the CG made the post that they're looking at the interaction between Traya and Lord Vader, which is fine.
Which is the nerf question. Which I don't know whether you want to carry it now. Why don't we?
If they're saying that there's the way they should have responded to this, that there is a bug with her where she's getting too much offense, right? That's different than nerfing something in the way they put it because just the interaction. Like if it's a bug, say it's a bug, and then I'm totally fine with bug fixes, right? Remember Qui-Gon was jacked up and wrong. We loved to kill GLs, but it wasn't intended to do that, right? It's bug, but they didn't say that. So, and we got asked, should it be nerfed? No, it's Traya, for Christ's sakes. Let it happen. Let's have some fun.
I would let Traya. Okay, so I would let Traya run, and that's simply because I would like for people not to have lazy GLs on defense. And therefore, if there is like a counter out there that kind of is a bit of a hard counter, but people need an Omicron, like honestly, Traya is a raid character. She's better than a marquee. She's even better potentially than a Conquest. So yeah, I think Traya is now where she should be. I prefer them not nerf her, but I don't really care. I actually prefer, so a lot of people are saying they'll nerf Traya. I think they might buff Lord Vader. Because
some love, man.
Lord Vader is a constant problem, and he keeps getting countered by a random Datacron, a random this, a random that. So I expect more of a Lord Vader buff than Traya nerf, if that makes sense. Anyway,
Well, it's like they say they're going to do Traya, but I mean, Fennec can still counter Vader.
No, but like
Fennec.
also looking at it, like, so
Okay.
I looked at SWGOH right now because I'm like, what is the win percentage really? And the win percentage is not that great. It's not any better than bounty hunters. So especially like when you have Maul in the comps, like, yeah, it looks like with a Nihilus lead, it gets a little better, but like the Lord Vader, Royal Guard, and Thrawn, that's not a super strong
it is
defensive
sketch.
comp.
It is sketch. Kate's right. I think people are overblowing
I think they are.
Yeah,
how auto this is.
But like,
and
we use
if you
bounty
model
hunters
right,
versus it. Like, what's the big deal?
I know.
Yeah,
Bounty hunters haven't been nerfed. I mean, Fennec
Yeah.
and the crew can easily. I mean,
Bounty hunters are a
I mean,
little
not gonna
harder to
lie,
punch,
too.
though.
I tried the Traya one.
well,
and it
with the
didn't work
health
for me.
still and protection thing, yeah. But I took it out the other day with the Fennec team, and then the other one I had it,
The
but
issue,
the old Dodge
issue with
got my
nerfing
ass.
Bounty hunters
Yeah.
is if they nerf bounty hunters, then the Dad Bod Boba counter also probably goes away.
Yeah.
And they can't have that.
It's
yeah,
one of
well,
those
the other
things,
thing
I
with
don't know.
Traya is it's like, so I tried that and it didn't work. Like, I'm not saying that I knew
Yeah.
exactly what I was doing, but it's not as consistent as people are making it sound.
it's not an auto thing. You can fail it.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
You can fail easily.
Yeah.
I did the other day.
And when you fail and you leave a preloaded single Lord Vader, it's a nightmare.
You're still gonna have to use a GL to take it out, most likely, especially
Yeah.
in threes.
So I don't think it's as broken as people say. I think I know we've kind of changed the question. We'll come back to Zory Bliss, I guess. Next question, but yeah, I like it. I like it as it is. I think it moves a Traya that is a gorgeous character in lore. We talk about the Lord videos, but she's a gorgeous character in lore.
We will cover the Sith
And-
Triumphant. Yes.
And therefore, she deserves to be. She's a raid character that is one of the hardest in the character. You know, outside Cam, she's probably the hardest to get. Traya is incredibly hard to get, and therefore, yeah, I think she deserves to be awesome, which she is.
I'd probably challenge that.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I mean, any
Fine.
guild that has a 2 million account that has SWGOH gets Traya. Like,
Mhm.
she's... and you can see the amount of omicrons we currently have for her. There's more omicron Traya than there is Stark Killer. Just because she's so wildly accessible right now.
yeah,
Because everyone who has Stark Killer puts his omicron on.
yeah, because the Sith raid as you get progressed, I mean that's pretty much just an auto. You know, if that's okay, it's
Yeah.
you can clear that. You know, if you just give yourself 30 minutes, go in, clean it up. You know, use the team. Hell, I put Jabba in the other day, put on auto in phase 1, and he did like without the Omicron for Bougie Leia. That sucker did 30% damage on Nihilus. I was like, holy god, this thing's gross. But
I
yeah,
think for me, if they even go close to that one, then I think they're opening up a can of worms again of what did he nerf or not nerf. I mean, we currently have Zory Bliss, which is the
we
question.
need more time on her before we give any kind of answer on Zory Bliss. She just came in
Yeah.
Thursday, and
But-
so let's give it some
if-
time.
If my Imperial troopers will roll through what is if they'll roll a Lord Vader team, for me the problems with Lord Vader in that space, I think we keep having cheap Lord Vader counters. I think
If
Lord
it's
Vader's a
relying on a
problem.
Datacron, though, they've been pretty clear that's fine. Like,
Yeah,
Vader killing all 6 GLs never got even mentioned.
yeah.
Or Dash or whoever.
True.
Yeah, Datacrons is really the bigger issue. But let's get to another question here. Contingent 33, our next new first platinum Patreon. Thank you, my friend. Again, get with me in Discord and let me know when you want me to look at your mods. Get that mod review, brother. Contingent says, question in return in the new TB Dark Side battles, which team should be used in the mid and bottom right? I have seen battle videos, successful attempts, but the problem problem I have is they don't show the beginning position. I'm getting my ass kicked in Dark Side phase, man.
Hold on. What? This phase?
He says, which team should be used in the mid and bottom right? I've seen battle videos, successful attempts, but the problem I have is they don't show the beginning position. So in the middle, of course, Hut Cartel is a nice one to have. The special missions, I don't have anything for you for like cure or anything like that. Typically, I'll tell you how I do it. You guys can say how you guys do it and how we're doing in our guild. After phase 2, I would say after phase 2, when you talk about Relic 7 characters, the light side battles are actually pretty straightforward, right? Especially in phase 4. You just need the characters Relic 8. So, like, you can go in there with the GR team and do... I had Arc Trooper in there who's Relic 8 and did really well. The mid-tier battles are pretty solid. If you can get Fennec and the Bounty Hunters up, you can use any Fennec Bounty Hunter combination, and you're going to do pretty decently on that. The other ones are specific teams. You know, like you've got like in phase 2 and phase 3, you don't have the specific characters and teams, you ain't doing anything. Dark side, man, I don't know what to tell you, brother, because after...
Hold on, I'm looking it up now. I just have to remember which one
after
Dathomir is.
After what Geonosis is phase 2, right? The phase 3 fights on Dathomir, I'm going to tell you this. They're horrifying. Those Night Sisters are awful. Now, I tried some stuff yesterday. I beat it with the Inquisitors because I had already done the Riva mission and the way we structure our battles. They can be used, but only after you've done the Riva mission the previous day. But that took me, and I'm not joking, 35 minutes because of just the constant reviving on both sides of the team to do it. Lord Vader can do it.
Through them.
Yeah, I
beat
beat
to
it.
Kill them all at the same time.
It's hard. It's really
I
hard.
actually did it. It wasn't as terrible as it was terrible the first couple times I did it, then I got used to it.
Yeah, C gets destroyed. SLKR gets destroyed.
C in a lot of these TV missions is pretty terrible.
I got both C and SLKR to work. I couldn't get Inquisitors to work though because they don't have a perma kill. I using C I think was under actually Malgus lead because they're both just having.
Yeah, you have to go with a different lead there because he will kill off the Sith.
And then you start zapping people.
The other one.
So going back to his question, Contingent's question though, it was the middle and the bottom right. I think he was asking about, and he said in the chat he used Lord Vader in the Empire mission, which is correct. Should be using like Lord Vader, Piet, Railguard Thrawn, and someone else.
Yeah.
Slacker. That's who you should be using, at least in one of them. And then the other one, at that point, I just get to whatever.
The one that you want to use for Slacker is go crew lead. Go crew lead.
What?
And yeah, because crew, remember, they're doing all those debuffs and stuff, and crew is just sitting there.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
I've been using
just beat it.
Slacker lead and it's
No,
I
fine.
would imagine you get ripped apart because you get
No,
so much
I
strength.
just
Your health and protection go into the
Man,
ground.
the way that works too with crew and doing all the assist and everything because he counters. Man, your Slacker is an ultimate the entire time, man. He just destroys under crew. So yeah, I did it yesterday, and I was because it was one of the things like you can go Slacker lead. Slacker lead works just fine too, but crew lead, yeah, that was fun, man. Because they focus on him so much with the with the Night Sisters. So Slacker's just doing his thing, man, and then he gets into ultimate, and he just keep him in ultimate, man. It destroys the Night Sisters, man. It's a phenomenal team. You need a high relic crew though, you need him beefy so he can take those hits right from the Night Sisters and stuff. But he's counterattacking and getting some of that health and protection back, right? So yeah, it protects your Slacker a little bit better. Because when I went in there with Slacker the first time, I mean they harmed him. I was like, that's horrible.
Every single time any character crits, you lose 10% max health and protection stacking. So on those counters, I don't know how they're just not ripping right through you. Unless do they have days or something?
Yeah, I have to go back and watch what I use, but yeah, I mean, crew lead with Slacker, and yeah, you can do it with that team because I'm pretty sure that's what we used as one of the teams. You can go crew or Slacker lead and that battle and on Dathomir. I'll get the notes.
Generally, for a lot of like pretty much the whole dark side track, it's gonna be Slacker lead or Lord Vader. That's pretty much going to be like everything there. And then you can add in if you have Inquisitors. But then like I said, you get to a point where you're kind of just piecing together what you have.
Yeah, so. I'm looking at it right now in Dathomir, the far right bottom battle. We use this one, crew lead, crew-led Slacker team. Or you can use SLKR. They both work there very well. The other one we use in the bottom left one was Lord Vader or Night Sister Trio Brothers. The middle one, you have it if their characters are relic enough. EP, Mara, Watt, you know, that kind of thing, because you can get the loop going with those. That's another team for Dark Side. In the middle zones, like
like your GG Watt is also
yeah.
used
That's
for
a
the
good
Night
one.
Sister one.
Yeah. We're using here. That's Jabba Hutt Cartel. Anything for the bounty hunter mission, it's just boss lead with the bounty hunters, because you're going to do very well with that. The other that's for the Fennec mission. Just go in there with, you know, boss lead if you get, because a lot of people have their boss pretty high, but that works pretty well. And then the light side is just, it's 2 battles. There's one for the Phoenix. I'm talking about phase 4 that we're currently on, but it's usually JMK with whatever GR you got, right? And you want to make sure you have your Jedi for the other mission, but you will beat that in phase 4. It's actually not that bad. And then for Kashyyyk, I believe, what did we use here? For the far top right battle, that's the Mara boss. You do not want to use Jedi there, especially Jedi Knight Luke. You will get destroyed. You want to use GMK Cat there. The other mission is if you have the Wookiees. I don't. And then the other mission, you can use GML or Mon Mothma Rebels if they're higher enough. CLS works good, or Sana. And then the fleet battles for each of the middle and the light side zones, we can go back and forth depending on like what you have to give up and stuff. But you can use Negotiator on the light side and save Profundity for the middle for the later rounds.
Well, it makes more sense to use Executor, because then you can use Razor Crest.
You can,
on
but
the mixed path.
If you didn't give up your Razor Crest and stuff like that as well, So there's a lot of times you have to give up Razor Crest in some of these ships and stuff. So you do have some option, but Dark Side fleet, I don't know what to tell you, man. Especially phase 2 and stuff, man. Oh my god!
Say screw it and just
go in there and just get smoked,
you're gonna
man.
die in like a minute.
Do just deploy and say that you had a blue size crash.
No,
that is what to do.
Take your beating.
Yeah, incredible. Hey, Whitefly is now a platinum Patreon, I believe.
Oh, are they? Let me go look. Sorry, I'm trying to answer questions.
And... no, but incredible question. But the kind of question that you should join
Patreon. Thank you.
Or Discord and ask it, because there's so much detail in that. There's so many like team comps and stuff where all of these answers are a little bit kind of relic, kind of specific where you are, modding kind of scary. But yeah, I mean, Kate knows her stuff. But yeah, to be honest, I just deploy in this TV because let's face it, I'm a busy person.
I wouldn't say I know my stuff. I wouldn't say
good morning to everybody. Yeah, if you guys have questions, man, you know, just be in our Discord. Of course, any of these content creators will help you, but like hit me or Karthik or Boss or stuff. We can help you with those. I mean,
don't hit me.
Hit you up, not hit you.
Don't ask me questions.
Yes, go slug. Every time you fail a dark,
yeah,
every time you fail a TB battle, just come up to Aldous in Scotland and punch him right in the balls. Say, you did this.
I actually posted in my guild chat after the Riva mission that I had a blue stacks crash, which I clearly didn't have, and I was on telly when I clearly did not have that Riva. But they were like, "Oh shit! Oh my god, you had a blue stacks crash. That's awful." I was like, "Yeah, fine. Just move on. Don't say anything more." I love you, Gold Cubs. I love you, Gold Cubs.
I was gonna say,
I think we've all used that excuse once. I think we've all used that excuse.
Yeah, it's fine. Well, they won't notice. They don't know. They don't know where channel is. It's fine. We're good. Okay.
My favorite was someone posting like a BlueStacks crash or something, and they looked up the image date or whatever, and it was from like 2 months ago or something like that.
God.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. All right, next question. That was a good one for TV. But yeah, if you have any fights or battles or stuff, I mean, just let us know, man, because we're all trying to get through this. Right now, we're currently we're shooting for 34, I believe, right now. We had a boo-boo in one of the phases, so we're going to miss a star. But that's the goal still. We'll deploy. We've got everything set up for finishing the last 2 stars for, I think, phase 4 this battle, and then deploying the other 2 for a couple other stars. So we're slowly creeping up there, right? And we were 27 out of 27 on the Riva mission. And the only reason we don't have more of that is because, well, people are still working on getting their Grand Inquisitor they just got, and the Inquisitor's a Relic 7, so that'll go up exponentially too. We had another question.
We got 50 out of 50.
Nice. Maul?
Yeah.
In Maul? Which one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Vanguard. Yeah.
Felrigan question.
How do I mute Kate Gaming specifically? Is there a way on Zoe on Zoom, I can mute. No.
No, only I have that power. For I am, but I am.
I can leave. It's okay.
No, I am a fair and just God, and I have the power to do these things. But I will not abuse my power.
Okay, but okay. Sorry, I have a question. I don't mean to ask a question, but they talk about
put it in the chat, Aldi, and make sure you like put the question mark.
Thank you, Calvin.
Okay. I don't want me to type. I can type it if you want. But my question is about a potential to nerf that mission, or potential nerf to level 3 or Jabba Scavenger. Is that real? Is it made up? Is it, oh my god, I've got no content? I'll talk about that.
I have no idea.
The Riva mission like nerfing it?
Okay, well they've talked about finding a bug in phase 3 of the new TB.
Okay.
And
Talk about the scavenger thing.
Well, we don't know, but Jabba
know.
Scavenger is not working correctly.
Well, it can be working correctly if it's level like 1 or whatever.
So there's a little bit of speculation as to whether we should be farming shards super fast and whether you should be getting Riva. Because actually, Riva mission might get 20 times harder. Was it tomorrow or day 2? What are your thoughts?
I don't know.
So,
go ahead, Calvin.
Do you guys know who Barbarossa is?
Yes.
So he has, this is kind of sketchy within itself, but he has his own copy of the game. He straight up cloned the game, and he went in there for that mission and turned it on, and it's impossible. It is completely unbeatable because you get 20 stacks of thermals after like the first turn, and you can't even cleanse them because they're locked debuffs. So
yeah,
if CG does decide that they suddenly want that on, whether it's intentional or unintentional, that mission goes from being fairly easy to no one is getting it ever.
It sounds like not a good idea to do that.
Yeah, and I think they're doing this on purpose because the hell that you have to go through. First, you have to get the Inquisitors all geared to Relic 5, right?
Well, the issue is also they got to be Relic 7, but the bigger issue is also just the usability of the Inquisitors. I mean, they're usable, but
I guess he
granted,
was.
We don't know how it's
5
going to be with Riva.
5 to get Grand Inquisitor, and then 7 to actually do the mission. Calvin, I don't know. I just think it's an interesting. So we don't know if they're going to touch that or something else. But I know it's a weird one.
Okay, sorry. Something was going on with my computer. I had to go check it real quick. No, what I was saying is, I think they're going to leave it as is, and I think it's supposed to be this way. You can still lose it. You still have to do it in the right order, right? Go see Ram failing miserably at it. But I think the hell you have to go through first getting the Inquisitors up, then doing the Grand Inquisitor event, which is no picnic either. Then on top of that, you got to take the actual Inquisitors to Relic 7. And then you need modding for them as well, and you need really good modding on them. I think they're just basically like, here you go. If you know how to beat it, fine. If you make poo-poo mistakes, you can lose. But I think that's what they're doing here with this.
We'll take into account too of how not happy everybody's been with Inquisitors. Like, yeah. I doubt that plays a role, but like that, kind of.
Well, it does.
And Sorry,
I was going to say, it does smell to me like the person designing it didn't realize that the bombs were undispellable, and maybe they make them dispellable, because that would be a kind of middle ground where it might be possible, but 100% if they aren't dispellable, you're dying. Anyway, sorry, I don't know, but it seems like a weird one. It's a weird one.
Go ahead, Calvin. What were you going to say?
So I think it's intentional that it's this easy for all the reasons you guys listed, and just because of the nature of the new TB. All they have to do, let's say like it's super easy, all the top guilds get it in the first 4 or 5 months, everyone else gets it after the first year. Once that happens, all they have to do is be like, okay guys, you know that planet Braca? Now you need these random 5 characters, R7 or R8 or whatever it is, and you can get Cal Kestis. And then they could just keep doing that. Like, regardless of how easy the missions are, they're just like, all right, get these 5 characters to R8. And then as soon as everyone does that and CG made their penny or their dime off of it, they just have a new one pop up on Mustafar. And new one pop, like they can just keep going. And that's essentially Conquest model. Conquest, they just keep bringing in a new character to keep people participating. And I think that's their intention here. And it's not really so much difficulty. And there is actually a little bit of a puzzle to it, which is cool.
Yes.
But I think ultimately they just want people to have something to do for 6 months, and then they'll have a new one pop up.
I agree. And that's one thing that I do like about the TB. It can be changed, right? Unlike the other ones that are static, like, light side and dark side, Geonosis.
I think that's what they said when they released it. Like,
Yeah,
that was the intention, that it would be dynamic.
Yeah, and it is. And so they can, after, 6 months, they can change it up and stuff. And yeah, and I like that aspect of it. So it's not the same thing over. Like we always do TW and it's the same thing. When we were doing TVs before, it was the same shit over and over and over again. It gets really monotonous. You get unmotivated to do the same thing over and over again. All right, let's get another question. Felregan question. If you're able to build stockpiles of signal data, what ratio of 3 types do you build? Depends on what you're trying to do. If I always say players that are in the early stages, the light blue, the signal data is the one you want to focus on first. But like, you want to get mostly that in the green. You're not worried about the blue because you're just trying to get a lot of characters to Relic 3. You get that initial push for your characters. But it's hard because the higher you go up, that dark blue signal data is horrible drop rate. It is absolutely, the way I've always done it is I go by squads. So like when I was doing the recently, when I was taking everybody to Relic 6, I would spend 3 days doing like farming, with 100 refreshes, the green signal data, just so I had enough for the Relic 6 and 7. Then I'd go farm, I'd go to the and I'll give you the name of it here because I'm an idiot. The flawed signal data, because that's going to be your worst drop rate. And then I would work on that for 3 days, and then I take the character up to Relic 7, and then Relic 8's even worse. But it depends on what you're trying to accomplish. If you're trying to get to Relic 5, most of what you're going to be dealing with is the green and the light blue signal data. I mean, that's the big stuff, then it'll go quick. So it's hard to answer like there's a certain way to do it. And it depends on what you're trying to go ahead, Calvin.
So I kind of had, I'm not able to hoard signal data anymore. Back when I did, what I would do.
Back when I could hoard.
Back when I could. Well, it's because I used to have other bottlenecks and now I don't. Which is actually kind of praise to CG in a weird way. But anyways.
Yes.
Yeah, so the light blue and green ones, I would get those each to 100 increments of 100. And then the last blue one, the squiggly one, up to 50. And then I would just keep repeating that process. So I'd get 100 of the first two, 50 of the last one. And then after I hit that, I'd go ahead and hit 200 of the first two, and then 100 of the last one. And that usually, I mean, it never worked out perfectly, but that usually left me in a good spot that I could bring whatever I needed to bring up without having like ginormous amounts of one and 0 of the other, which I think that's the goal.
Yeah, the fragmented signal data drops really well. So
yeah, it does.
That'll be the easiest one for you to get. So for your early relic levels, that'll be nice. The green's kind of okay, but the blue one, the flawed, is horrible. The drop rate on that is horrible. I do 20 pulls, and I'm happy if I get 7. It's like,
yeah, no, it's intentionally lower. And yes. I think the main reason that I did it the way that I did it is because I very, very rarely R8 or R9 characters. And that's really where that last blue one is needed, where it starts coming in just ginormous amounts. So it does depend a little bit of what you're hoarding for. But if you're doing mostly characters to Relic 5 or maybe even Relic 7, I would advise my 100-150 method.
Real quick, Contingent and Whitefly, message me in Discord, tag me so I can get you your platinum. If you don't have it already in Discord, let me know and I'll get you squared away. Helenix is here, of course. Comes running to the room.
Hey,
He's out of breath and runs away. All right.
What are these first? Like, what is this? Okay. Which should I hoard first? What are these first order problems? I mean, come on. Like, honestly, you're already winning in life. Just farm anything, hoard whatever, and you're already winning. Don't worry about it. You're winning.
It'll go away eventually, though, because
just do things. Do the middle one. Middle always better.
The green, yeah, I could see that.
Apply that to everything in life.
Yes. Good morning, Helen.
Middle. Always go middle. Always go middle.
Oh my God. Okay, let's see here. Christ in heaven. Let's see. I'm looking for the next question. Oh, look, it's time for heli questions. Everyone, strap in. All right. Helenex, question for Kate, the world famous. The flyest fly and to ever sand fly, the most epic one in our guide range or high. That just want to say hi. It's not even a question. God damn it.
I like it when Hallie says
I was
hi.
waiting for one of Helen's
I was like,
questions.
okay, what's happening next? And then nothing. It's like, okay. He says, technically I did follow the format. Let's see if Ranger maintains the sheer silliness of this salty Spartan. Only time will tell. Hate you. Oh my god. Move on to Don's question. Beth 5th for Jabba. I mean, depends on what you're using it for, but I mean, the two that I kind of rotate depending on what like I'm facing. Embo's really good. Boba Fett's really good on that team too. I mean, the ability block and he hits bloody hard under Jabba, and his execute is just nasty with that team. But Embo makes the survivability team a little bit better. They're both really good.
TW, if you have Jabba, the Embo Omi is pretty good.
It's really good.
I've been even told in TW you drop Scando for defenses. It's Jabba, Embo, Boosh, Chrysantin, and Gamguard.
Yeah, the double tank. Yeah.
Double tank with Embo. Yeah, just drop Scando entirely.
Mm-hmm. It's really there's a lot of combinations and stuff. Although I did have to say in Conquest using what's her name?
Mob Enforcer?
Mob Enforcer with all the data disk I had was ridiculous, man. She was one shot and everything. It was so stupid. I was enjoying that. Because someone was like, use Mob Enforcer. I'm like, okay, I forgot I had all of like 54 for those 54.2, data disk, and I'm like, let's go. One shot. It was a race between her and Padme, like who could do the most damage. I think Padme won. She did a 1.9 million hit in Conquest. I think Mom Force her highest was 1.4. So, stupid, but I enjoyed it so much.
For me, I would honestly, I would break the meta. I would stick in a nonsense team like an extra tank, like Ninth Sister, and give an Inquisitor Datacron.
The fear.
Yeah, because the thing is, you got to remember that Jabba is so beatable right now that you can have a million tanks, it won't kill MD. So I would be tempted to toss in like Ninth Sister with a Ninth Sister, the Fear, Datacron, and just kind of like just annoy people, because they're going to look at it. They're going to look at SWGOH. They're going to look at Calvin's channel, Ranger's channel, Kate's channel, and go, I've not seen this before. They're going to panic, and they're going to put in something that's either overpowered or underpowered, and you end up winning in the end. So I wouldn't, honestly, if it was me, I'd put in something absolutely damn random. To be honest, that's my take.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of disappointed with the Jabba fights.
Yeah, Jabba's kind of boring. He's too easy to beat.
Well, it's not even the too easy to beat part. It's literally you take out Leia, and then it's basically auto. What?
Jabba's been the bane of my existence for like this entire 3.
He can be. No, I don't think Jabba's that easy on defense. You've got to have the right kind of data.
In
the 3v3, you just use JMK, Cat, and GK.
Well, you have to
annihilate Leia.
If you can get it.
Yeah,
if you can get it.
I don't
take it off defense.
Yeah.
I don't want it. Then my defense doesn't hold.
Get better, Calvin. Jesus.
God, Calvin, use a harder call.
Yeah.
No, Jabba got my ass last night too. I don't have that Datacron, but I went in there with Vader, timed out. I was like, this is stupid.
Nah, just go JMK, Cat.
No, but I don't
Leia,
have.
Just auto till Crescent and dies once, and then auto on Jabba.
I'm trying to re-roll to get that so I can use JMK Cat, but yeah, it's pretty Christ. Ray Rock question: what is the ideal lineup for Profundity in Light Side Phase 4 versus Scythe? Actually, you can use Negotiator.
It's just a standard one.
Yeah, you go standard one with that, because I've beaten it both with both the Profundity and Negotiator for this. Negotiator works fine in that fight, and then you can move. If say like you gave up like Razor Crest and some other stuff for Executor, you don't have Executor, you move Profundity to the middle in Phase 4. But yeah, Kate's absolutely right. Just standard lineup. Bring in
versus Scythe though. I mean, Scythe.
Yeah.
Scythe is not.
Surely we need Sith Fighter.
I don't know about everybody else. I have not been as impressed with that.
It's awful. Like we need. Okay, to beat a Scythe, you need Sith Fighter and a Light Wind. and that will take care of all.
You can't use it.
What a terrible,
Alright.
what a terrible ship. I cannot believe. Look, honestly, okay, I know they're fixing the targeting to the side. Look, honestly, unless the targeting means to hit the planet instead of any of the ships on the board, the scythe is absolutely damn terrible. It's the least impressive thing we've ever seen in the game. I don't understand.
Well, we're just talking about TB. They're all this.
I know, but I have granted.
He's not wrong, though.
He's not wrong, but I'm just
not wrong.
Paper. The ship is terrible. Like,
oh, I know.
Like, what, they're changing the targeting to make Profundity even better against it. Literally nobody has failed ever against a scythe. People look at it and go, "What? Why is there a scythe?" Okay, sorry. That was not a question. I should type question mark.
No, you're not wrong.
But the scythe is terrible.
Wrong.
Scythe is ridiculous. It's okay. I'm sorry. Okay,
and for being a Conquest character.
The worst goddamn. I never thought that Dan Bobo would be beaten at anything. But literally now they've just beaten it with the scythe. I can only wonder what is next.
It helps Empire in offense versus Profundity, right? Or no?
Yes.
Like I thought the win rates were going up like by 10%.
Yeah, but what were the win rates anyway?
They were like 70. They were pretty good.
Really?
Empire was doing really well versus Profundity even before the scythe hit.
Because of the way that the AI makes its first move and stuff, Empire can go in there.
Yeah, the legend is Sir Loki sent me a video where literally the meta fleet is to put Sith Fighter in your starting lineup. So you have
they go
Sith
after it
Fighter.
first.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you put the shittest ship in the game in your sorry language. You put the most underrated.
Have you heard Ranger before? You're fine.
It's unbelievable. No, but you put okay. So the best counter at the moment is to put Sith Fighter in your starting lineup. Put and then they just target Sith Fighter because they're idiots.
Well, it's the AI and the Profundity. Yeah. It's coded to attack the weakest opposition ship, so it doesn't matter which one it is. You can literally put in anything, and the Profundity will go.
I mean, but it's like
that's fairly normal.
The AI, like when I use the Malevolence counter versus Empire, right? It usually go after Soldier 90% of the time. Sometimes they'll hit Spy, but I'm like, okay, cool, I'll just heal that. But they'll try to go after a Soldier for some reason until some fact starts taunting, and that's why that's such an effective counter against the Empire teams. So yeah, if you know how the AI plays, but then again, dodge is a big thing in the fleet, so even your best counters go poo-poo very quickly. All right, Snakes 1594 question. Came across a Profundity on GAC defense. Counters my Empire and Executor are on defense and my host. No, you can use Malevolence. Malevolence.
Actually, yeah.
Use Malevolence.
Yeah, Malevolence, but I've been doing Spy starting. Or no. Yeah. You said Profundity?
Yeah, Profundity.
Sorry, I was like, and yeah, Spy.
Do you have any shot without TIE Bomber though?
I've done it before, but it's been very, very sketchy.
Yeah. But yeah, Malevolence can take it out. I mean, Malevolence is a counter to Profundity. Even when I've used Profundity on offense against Malevolence, that's one of the fleets that if the ship gets that right RNG, I mean, it can take banners from you. You'll still win, but it's nasty.
Ideally,
really
you want
nasty.
the bomber, but you start with Spy, bring in Sun back.
Yeah. And
then,
then
you have to take out Y-Wing first.
You have to
get that out.
Yeah,
Somebody had a
there.
video on it, because I think that's how I figured it out. I forget who had a video.
Yeah, you could definitely do that. Okay. Hey, everybody. Poby, we got a lot of legends in the chat today. Tumblo. Sorry, I've been scrolling through and everything like that. So, Ray Rock question. Every time I get the scythe into the red, it heals up and my ships hit like wet noodles. What ships? You have to be a little bit more specific. What are you using against it? Is this in TB? Is this in GAC? Is this in Fleet Arena? Like, what's going on, gang? What's going on, Betty?
I haven't seen it in GAC yet.
Oh, I saw it the other day, man. So yeah,
no one the right mind is putting Scythe on defense. I don't mean to rant again, but
I did, but I put it as a reinforcement.
I did
to see
too.
what happens.
Yeah. It is a funzy ship you put on reinforcement. All this kind of like you put it in the start, you have 5 extra TIE fighters that do nothing because you're already dead. It's a comedy. It's a comedy ship added for comedy reasons. I think it's the point, as much as I love the meatheads kind of like comedy stuff, adding the Scythe and its comedy kit is one of the best things ever done. I love it. It's hilarious. Thank you for 3 months of Conquest.
It's just another ship to use. I mean, there's be something. Figure it out. So yeah, get your questions in. I'm going back to see if I missed any questions here. Just checking. So we had the Profundity. Alex says, I call BS on the whole old TBs can't be changed idea. They added a Jabba mission to GOTB. How are they not changeable? They could, but what's the point now, right? I mean,
they could add in new missions. They just couldn't add in. I don't think they could add in whole new zones.
No. So yeah. Okay, Ray Rock clarifies. It's TV and I use Y-Wing, Outrider, Falcon with RI, a Phantom Ghost, and Cassian's U-Wing. AI blows up Y-Wing in like 5 turns and puts in decommission, then it's all downhill. I don't know. I mean, I usually go right for that ship when I first start, just all in. And I mean, you could just getting some bad RNG. I mean, I'd have to see what's going on. If this is phase 4, I don't know, because me and Kate both just said we used it and, we didn't have any problems. I don't know what's happening with why your Y-Wing Outrider Falcon combination is not winning.
If it's the specific Profundity mission, that might be phase 3.
Could be phase 3. I didn't have any problems with that one either, I don't think.
Because I think that's Kashyyyk where you're required to use Profundity. It's not just an option. Yeah, I think that might be what he's talking about.
Could be. I mean, you still get bad RNG. I mean, and that ship, if it gets loose, I just go full bore into the Scythe in that battle because it will ramp up that team and that team will ramp up and get your ass. And I've seen it happen. So it's not unheard of at all for that to happen. But RNG, baby, I don't know what to tell you. Sometimes you win them, sometimes you don't.
It could be the relic levels of his pilots too, if they're not all,
That could be part of it, yeah. But wouldn't he have high relics if he's got? I mean,
no, my Falcon was also. I just took on to 8 because of Jabba, but like, he could have 7s. And what's the third starting one? Yeah, I mean. It just depends because the Outrider isn't attached to any of them, right? So you could do it with a R5 actually, because the ships are just 7 stars. They're not tied to the relic levels.
Yeah, the only problem I've had with ships in any of the fights has just been the dark side battle because you just get, I don't care what you use, you're going to get destroyed. It's too ramped up. I mean, that Malevolence fight is horrible. I mean, horrible. And Parth has a thing that he thinks that the stats that are coming from the ground fleets are applying to the ships because normally you would move ahead of a Malevolence fleet, but they go and they hit like they do insane damage. I went in there and just when we were testing it, like, let me put 3 tanks in, let me see what happens. Let's go Empire, let's do this. And then all of a sudden, like, nope, still dead. They blew through my tanks like there was nothing.
Also on that one, there's something wrong with it between the Houndstooth too. Like, the Houndstooth doesn't stack right in those I've seen. Yeah, so there's some weird interaction.
There is some weird stuff going on. So we'll have to wait on that. And there's still early days, right? For the TB, there are some strange things going on. So they did say in one of their posts in the forums that they'll have for bug fixes and stuff for the new TB on the next TB before it, that launches. They'll have some fixes and stuff that they're putting in there. So we'll just have to wait and see. All right, top of the hour. Make sure you hit the thumbs up, subscribe, get your questions in. If you have a question, put the word question for any actual question statement. Get those into the chat. Appreciate everybody being in here today. Got a lot of good questions. I hope I said hi to everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everybody. Hellenix is just going off me and Hellenix. Oh my god. Good old Helly. Yes, indeed. So get that in. And then we'll get those done. Question I've been getting this week while we're waiting is what do we think the new Conquest character is going to be? Someone said it's going to be another ship. I was like, no, they've been consistent with their 3-1 ratio of like 3 characters, 1 ship, 3 characters, 1 ship. They've been doing that consistently as far as I can go back and remember. So we just got Scythe. What do we think is going to be the next character? It's a really good question, because do we think it's going to be a lifter character? Say like Bib 14. I'm just throwing that out there.
Probably going to be a lifter character, whoever's missing one.
Yeah, or it could be a character that brings up a team like Malgus, like we've been saying Satil Sean. What do you guys think?
My money's on Trench. My money's on I'm with Jack Daniels.
Yeah, they had a data mine on it.
Oh, did they?
Okay, they had a sort of data mine. So basically, so what happened was, they broke the Lord Vader mission. And the reason why they broke the Lord Vader mission was that they accidentally or weirdly deleted Admiral Trench from the game. Because what happens is they move Admiral Trench into a different space, and all of his stuff, and that weirdly they didn't realize, they forgot he was in the damn mission. So my money, and I think a lot of people's money now, the smart money's in Admiral Trench, because they've done something weird to Admiral Trench in the last couple of weeks, and that's preventing him being data mined, and also they've screwed the Lord Vader mission. So yeah, Admiral Trench seems to be the nailed on. It's a nailed on favorite.
But is he going to be like the Malgus to the Separatists? Is that the idea?
We don't know. We all we know
that
is
makes
they weirdly deleted or moved Admiral Trench from the game. So yeah, so that's a nailed on. That's a nailed on favorite.
Yeah,
I'd say it's very strange we haven't had a datacron for Separatists until now, and that if they knew he was eventually coming out and they were going to release it like they did with Jabba or with Grand or with a lot of Afra, that makes a lot of sense, honestly.
Yeah,
I mean, it could be a marquee, it could be a GL,
I think
it could be a legendary.
Character. It's Admiral Trench. It's probably going to be a Conquest character.
Conquest makes sense, but he is, like I say, that's why. Yeah, so in answer to the question, I think it's Admiral. I think Admiral Trench is the thing, but that's my. I'm showing my working best I possibly can. But yeah, that's why I understand.
Okay, yeah, Cal Kestis.
Kestis, I could see like a little bit later after they release
after
the
game, and I think I still think I like whoever said it. Him coming into the TB right after we have 6 to 9 months of Riva shards, that they introduce.
I could see that. Yeah,
I could see them doing that too. Again,
there's so many characters from this time period that we still don't have. Like Tobias Beckett's another one. I'm not saying we'll get them in Conquest, but like he's prime for TB.
Yeah.
Well, if they ever start going back into the old school like Zory Bliss, they might bring all these people from 10 years ago.
Well, is Zory Bliss like a one-off, or is Zory?
She's a one-off. She's a one-off.
Really,
it's a one-off. It's kind of like an Iden.
Random.
Yeah, it's just a random one.
Zory was completely random too.
Yeah, I think it's. I said this yesterday. I think she's just a placeholder. They want to get her in so then they can get the ship in, but it's before they start getting into this other stuff like 40. We got right around the corner, May the 4th and Star Wars Celebration and all these shows come in, and I think they're going to do the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi. Still think it's GL Leia. This is like that little stopgap that we get this character, and then we'll get a ship later. That be like, okay, this month we'll just put Zory Bliss here. Should have been here 2 years ago, but what it is what it is. And then we'll start getting the next batch of characters and stuff.
If they do GL Leia like in the most recent stuff, that would make sense for Zory Bliss because she was in that.
Holy shit. Warrior Presents is in the chat. Holy cow. He says, question, does Barry Manilow know you raided his wardrobe? Yeah, you all does. I can't smile without
I don't care.
Can't cry.
Okay. But a world where Warrior is watching me on the television and commenting is like the opposite. Like that is so mind blowing. Like that is incredible because I used to watch Warrior when he was a little fly, and he is still one of my favorite content creators. I love him. I love everything about him. And I loved him. Sorry, I'm sidebarring, but
Warrior just says I just got
fanboy is technically what you're doing.
Yeah, you're
But you used to do But you used to do.
It's fine. All this. I'll sing all the Barry Manilow hits. It's fine, man. That's cool. I got you.
But when he used to do the stuff, he talked
at
so
the
personal.
Copacabana.
He talks so personal about the game, and I love that content where content creators really share their heart about how they're feeling and if they're loving something or not something.
Oh, like
Nothing more than feelings. I think. No, I really. Yeah, sorry. Okay, let's go back. We love Warrior. I love Warrior.
He's
love Warrior.
Afternoon, folks.
What's up, old man?
Old man, look. What happened to? Did we lose? Wait.
Yeah, we lost
that big film.
I feel like I just had an SNL skit where Burt Reynolds came out of nowhere. Like, wait a minute, Burt Reynolds, when did you get here? Wait, what happened to Epic Fails? He was never here, Trebek. So, what the hell's going on? L Man Lug, what's going on, buddy?
How we doing, everybody?
We're doing good, man. What's up with you, brother?
Not much.
Living the
Getting
dream.
ready for a wild card weekend.
Yes, I'm definitely ready for that. Definitely ready for that.
Yeah, between all the prep and snacks I'm making, I still got to squeeze in my GAC at some point.
Well, my day will be watching.
You got to win so we can get matched up.
Oh yeah,
I lost, by the
yeah.
way,
So
so
Are you guys in
all
the
you have
same
to do is win,
bracket?
and we're in there.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
I don't know what to make of this defense. He did not set one legend, so I've got to get to the back and see what
Just
he
max
has,
banners
and then
and
I can
everything.
probably tee off from there.
Yeah.
But he full cleared me, but he had one slip up, so we'll see how it goes.
Well, I got the crap kicked out of me. I was completely overmatched. It was only a 1.4 million.
Closing on 8 in a row. 8 wins in a row.
Good for you. That's nice.
All the street, 8 wins in a row.
Come on up with us and Kyber on all
LD, you
this.
know what's gonna happen.
No. Hi, whoa,
What goes around comes around.
Okay. But for full clarity, I had a week in Egypt, which obviously doesn't count.
I'm so jealous.
Well, that's 9
on my
wins in a row
bucket
then.
list.
No. The week in Egypt, I just threw 3 in a row. So I went 6 in a row, threw 3 in a row.
Yeah, but that's a win being in Egypt, man. That's another win.
Yeah,
so
that
technically
is.
we're now at 9.
Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit about this game? You were in Egypt, dude. What are you talking about?
Really?
Man?
I'm like sitting here like I'm so jealous.
Did you do a Nile cruise? I mean, where'd you go?
Did you see the pyramids?
No,
I mean, of
wow.
course she.
You didn't see the pyramids?
Wait,
No,
what?
Oh!
Why?
I was in Sharm el Sheikh. I just sat on a beach and drank all-inclusive beer for an entire week, and I had a proper chill-out time.
Horrible. Horrible.
It's good fun.
You go to Egypt
What a
and you
waste.
don't see the pyramids.
You don't see any of those great monuments, the Valley of the Kings. I mean, Luxor.
Oh,
for
that's
God's
just.
sake.
I was gonna say, hey, look, there's the pyramids. Oh shit, I got to do my GAC.
You can see them from the plane. you can see the plane as you pass across. Anyway, I was 6 in a row. Then I went 3 in Egypt, which I just threw them all, and then I'm currently 2. Okay, anyway,
I
carry
can
on.
see all this like, hey, we're going to the Temple of Karnak. Yeah, I got to do my GSC.
Fuck that. Oh no.
Give me
Okay.
a week. I can't be bothered.
Okay. Unlike anyone else, I don't.
Oh, great, it's
see...
an obelisk. Okay, let me see here. I want to use
am
JML.
Literally, see when I'm on holiday? I'm on damn holiday. I do not literally. I'm doing nothing.
God.
That's why I love the new TB. I just log in, deploy. It's a 2-second job. Anyway,
Warriors heading
so-
to Dubai in 2 weeks. Good luck with. Ooh.
Oh, I love Dubai. I love Dubai.
Another place I haven't been that looks awesome to go to.
You couldn't pay me
Need to
enough
travel.
money in the world to go back to Middle East. My bucket list stuff is that I have to do is just visit the Far East. So Japan, New Zealand, Australia, China, and Korea. That's on my list. So.
My bucket list is just somewhere in Europe because
Oh yeah, you'll love
I
Europe.
want
Europe
just
is
some.
amazing.
At
Japan
this
is pretty
point,
high
I
up
will
on my list.
settle for anywhere.
Well,
I
I
have
had
done all of
I
those.
had
I've
too
done those.
much goddamn fun in Europe. I'll just leave it at that, man. Holy God. Whether it's
I'm there with
London,
Ranger.
Amsterdam,
yeah.
all that stuff, man.
I've never
Europe's
been.
amazing.
That's why I'm like, I'll take anywhere at this point.
Well, but I'm also a history junkie, and so it is incredible. Like just everywhere you go, it's just like there's some building, and I would just stop. You know, you walk around and you'd be just doing stuff, and like, that's amazing. I want to learn about this structure, and I'd go in and ask questions. I mean, from the churches to all the stuff that's there. I mean, like if you go to Italy or Spain, or I mean, it's incredible stuff. It really is.
Italy is at the top of my bucket list.
But yeah,
Tell us,
Japan's
sorry?
on mine. Yeah, Japan's on mine. I want to have.
Okay.
Oh yeah, bucket list. I want to go to Japan. I want to have real ramen where they make it right in front of you and stuff, and all that things, and do all those stuff you do in Japan. Visit the temple. I want to visit my dad was trained by the guys, you know, immigrating here from the U.S. and the school is in Japan. I want to go there because that's where I believe my belt was blessed, and I want to go there and do a pilgrimage. So that'll be cool. Next question. I'm a bit partial, but can I recommend Greece for you bucket list travelers?
Greece is
Oh yeah,
on my
Greece is
bucket
cool.
list. It's on
Yeah,
my
I
bucket
got to
list.
spend 2
It's-
days in Greece, but I enjoyed it.
My bucket list is basically Italy, Greece, England, France, and then kind of like around that area. Wherever.
Let's not talk about Amsterdam there, George Fletcher. I had way too much fun in Amsterdam. Oh my god.
It's funny when you go overseas and you know go to a museum and see things that are just that old, and then you come back to the States and go somewhere. This house is 100 years old. Oh, really? Tell me more.
It is
Only
different.
100 years? Wow.
I saw a church that's 1,000 years old. It's pretty cute. And like all this would still be sitting there going, yeah, pyramid. I got to do JC.
No, but honestly, but this is a good lesson. Like when I was in Egypt, I threw all 3 GACs. I was like, no, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit.
Oh,
I
engineer.
wouldn't either if I was in Egypt.
Yeah.
I'd be like, see ya.
It was the fastest but I don't count that in my streak. So I'm still 8-0 in the streak because I had a 3-week. So if I just go on holiday now,
you're probably around
Forever.
me. Are you still in Khyber too?
yeah, I'd like to be
I
around you.
dropped into Khyber too because I've been on vacation. I haven't really been playing, so I dropped down to Khyber
We
too.
can be gag friends.
What's your skill rating?
I don't know. I have no idea. Someone will tell you. I don't know. It's
Well,
people.
actually, I think I'm allies with you. I think.
I like
yeah,
this.
you are. Yeah, you're on my thing.
I like
you're
this.
too high.
I like this from an engineer. Says my bucket list is Galaxy's Edge in the U.S. and I live in Europe. Yes, the Star Wars
I do want to do
experience.
Galaxy. Okay, okay. My actual.
Yeah.
Okay,
I've been there quite a bit.
My
It's
current.
awesome.
My current. I've been to all these Japan, but my current bucket list is the US. The weirdly thing, because I don't. People don't know this, but I am a content creator and I do Star Wars Heroes, and I have a huge number. I have a huge number of friends now in the US, and I want to kind of. I don't
Shocking.
know. I want to kind of
Yeah,
come
just drop
there.
a map, man.
It's crazy. That's crazy talk, Alex. You have friends in this game. Wow.
I know. So I want to kind of fly into Boston, maybe, and do Boston, New York, and just work my way through the
there's
whole
some cool
damn-
stuff. Yeah, there's some cool stuff. You can visit the
Boston
go see the,
is awesome.
yeah,
And
Philadelphia.
then just fly out of San Diego, or I'll go to New Zealand. So I'll
San
fly.
Diego's pretty cool.
I'll fly LA to Hawaii, yeah, and I'll do work
Hawaii
there.
is beautiful. I want to
Yeah,
go.
it is.
But I love it there. But you know, I look forward to coming over. I'll probably come over in 2023 because I'm super excited.
Oh, come in
Um,
October. I'll be in Boston then.
Boston.
No. But I will come visit you. I will come visit you.
No,
Just-
but I will actually. I'm going to Boston around Halloween because then I'm going to do Halloween in Salem.
Salem? That's a place?
Have
I
you-
thought that was made up.
Wait,
No,
hold on.
it's-
You don't
it
know
really
about
happened,
like
dude.
Salem and oh my god.
That's where the witch oh my god.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
Yes,
That's why
fool.
you're going there for Halloween.
Yeah, go
They,
there for
they
Halloween.
like go
You will
all out
see-
for Halloween. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Hang on. Do we need to relic our night sisters before we go there?
I will do that
Oh,
if
for
it means you'll
Christ's
come
sakes.
join in
God.
Salem.
Yeah,
I swear, Kate, if he's got his phone doing GEC when he's visiting sites, slap it out of his hands.
Oh
Seriously.
God, no. Okay. So I don't want to tell the story, but we had a work event, right? And I went as a like a gothic reinterpretation of the Riddler from Batman, because the Riddler is one of my favorite kind of favorite character. So
Oh, I got these.
well, no, that's Joker. But so I had like blood and dripping down to a question mark on my cheek, right? and I was covered in like blood question marks, and I had like blood here on my wrist and like question marks.
A lot about you, Aldous.
It was awful.
Really
it was awful. It
does.
was awful. And I'm on my way to this work event, and I'm thinking, this might not be appropriate.
You think?
A little bit.
I know, yeah, this is not appropriate. Anyway, we can talk about more times.
No, let's move on because you're yeah. I mean, people are being grossed out.
Let's do more Star Wars. Do more Star Wars stuff.
Yeah, let's do
some.
Yeah, let's get away off this.
Oh, but then like somebody said, I was actually in Nashville last weekend.
Yeah, how was it?
Oh, it was awesome. I was there for my birthday. It was so much fun.
Awesome.
And then we did Graceland, which was really cool.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Kazakage, too easy question. Ranger, since you are a history junkie, where's the history on the Tuscans and Eathcoth? Please. And since you did that, never. Yeah, I know, but I'm just not going to do it. Eventually, we will. Eventually, I actually do want to do a lore video on the Tuscans. Their lore's been expanded a little bit, and there's actually some cool Tuscans in Star Wars lore that are pretty dope. So
great.
We will definitely do it. Eathcoth though. No, man. Okay, next question. Anything not trying to poke the bear that is Ranger? Let's see here. I'm not even going to read that. Engineer. Yeah, it's just tremendous. You should come to Florida. Visit Mar-a-Lago. It's credible.
I was looking at Aldi's question.
For some reason, it's like I have this blackness stare going on looking at that. Oh, man. Well, we do have, that's true, Jack Daniels. We do have talent, but why not Crate? I'm sure he's coming. He's coming. He's eventually going to get here. Crate.
So we just got Malgus very recently. I think they need to wait just a little bit on getting him in.
I'm just trying to get through the Sith lore right now. So much lore. Good God.
Can I talk a little bit?
No.
Okay.
Is it Star Wars, Aldous?
Yes, 100% Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. This is
I hear relevant. Any blood question mark things come out of your mouth, I'm going to cut you off.
This is relevant content.
All right.
Okay, right. Okay, so if I talk about CG as a house, I think they take a Christmas break of 2-3 weeks. And then
that's tradition, yeah.
Yeah.
They've done that for years.
Okay. And then I think they come back for a week worth of strategic, right? What does the year map out like? And therefore, I think they talk about sort of what does March look like, what they're going to do for there, what they're going to do for there. So I think at the moment, they are kind of silent because they are mapping out the entire year.
Are we due for a road ahead?
Okay,
State of the Galaxy?
Yeah. I'm giving you the road ahead right now.
Oh, okay.
Right, okay.
The road ahead by Aldous Sandfly. The sun is a sunfly to be. Give us the road ahead there.
Okay. So the fact is, you got to look at what they've done recently because that gives you the map for the next 6 weeks.
Okay.
6 months.
Okay.
So they've dropped a random character today in Zory Bliss or 2TD. She makes no sense, but she is definitely a marquee for next GL. So I think we're looking at yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, I'll be back.
Well, if you're looking at GL Leia, it could be a wreck.
Yeah, I know. It very well could be. Like they've done much looser connections than Zory Bliss and Leia.
Okay.
Even if it is a rebel version.
I'll get another one of those rare Calvin apologies. So I think that what they're doing at the moment is they're mapping out the year. That's why they're quiet. I think what they'll do over the next week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks will be indications to what the next GL is, what the next marquee is, the legendary. And I think, therefore, I would have my ears open.
Can I give you some insight on how that works there, Aldous? Some inside baseball there for you?
Incite me.
So when I talked to Carrie back in the day, the way CG operates, they have a huge board that they have pushed out, constantly being updated as stuff falls off, new stuff is added. That goes out a year at least. So they've got stuff planned out, and it can change, but they've got a big, call it a whiteboard, right? That's got all this stuff on there, and things that they try to check off and remove from the board, and then the newer stuff that they want to work on, because you guys get in production and all that stuff, goes to the end of the board. It's the way I understood it when I talked to her about how they kind of do that stuff. So I mean, in a sense, you're not wrong, but they've got stuff pretty planned out. They probably will have a strategic meeting, more probably about execution for the next quarter. You know, probably
I
what
think
they would do.
my point was more about after those 3 weeks off, or those 2 weeks off, and then 1 week kind of chill. They will come back hard with a very solid plan. And what they do in the next week or two will be a very solid, we've decided the next 3 months. And I think Zory Bliss is part of that. Anyway, I could be wrong. But
Nav
throwing it out there.
question: what's the oldest squad arena meta you can remember? I have 2 Relic 5 IG86 and Java Engineer for the new TB, and I ran them like in 2017 or something. Memories. Mine goes well back to the beginning of the game. Before there was protection, before anything, we would run crazy stuff like, what was it? Maul lead with Poe and like first order type pilot, because you got the triple attacks. It was all about who can go first and kill the other team before they took a turn, kind of thing. That's how far back my meta goes. The one that
were crazy teams that got put together back.
Yeah, it was so random, the teams. And then I remember the one that really sucked the most was the Dodge meta. That was Old Man and Count Dooku back in 2016, where it was like you had one of the 2 leads and it was who got the dodges on the other team to win. That's how far I go. I don't know about you guys. I mean,
Traya is the first meta that I can remember. Like, I've heard stories about all the ones that came before. Maybe not all of them, but a lot of them. But the first one for me, Calvin, that I remember was actually Traya.
Yeah, that was when it started changing to like solid teams, right? I remember CLS.
I remember people talking about that, how it was no longer a mixed meta. There was one meta team.
Yeah, CLS was right before that too. There's been a few that I remember before they started dropping these characters like Jedi Rev and Traya. You know, Traya came and then
Like, I remember before all them, but I don't remember. I don't think I really paid much attention to what was going on.
I did, because I yelled and screamed a lot because you would lose because of just some random shit.
I think Night Sisters, it was the meta when I first started playing, but like Kate said, I didn't pay attention to Night Sisters. I didn't know about them.
Yeah.
I didn't pay
Traya's the
attention
first
to
one
the
I
meta.
actively
I
remembered.
couldn't have told you what was going on.
I can tell you every meta since Traya until now.
Like back in the day, how mad you would get when you were doing the Rancor raid and the Rancor ate Tebow first.
Oh yeah, so the Rancor raid was
Yeah.
completely
Remember
dead.
that, Ranger? How
Yes.
pissed off were we at that? Yep.
I forgot about that. Oh, good old
That
Tebow
Rancor ate
lead.
Tebow, you wanted to throw your phone through walls.
Oh my god. That's too funny. I forgot about the Rancor raid when it first came out. We were all like trying just to, you know, in the first phase, just trying to figure out what to use. And oh my god, yes. That's so funny, man. Oh my god. Let's see here. A really good question, Navju. Neil Venom, question for Ranger. If Jar Jar, okay, I'm ignoring this. All right.
Oh, I love Jar Jar.
Yeah, okay, get out of here. You get the hell out of here.
I want Jar Jar so bad, man. I already have his kit
a
design.
bane to all your
Yeah, that'd
pots
be
and
so
all your
much
houses.
fun.
You know, Calvin, I used to like you.
Yeah, shame on you.
Come on, it'd be
Dude,
so
wait until
funny
you
having
hear
Jar
The
Jar in the
Phantom
game.
Menace is my favorite Star Wars movie.
Oh god.
Unironically.
No, you know what? I that one doesn't bother me. I mean, yeah, the Jar Jar parts I'd like to mute, but I don't mind that. It's got the best choreographed lightsaber.
I'm just now
battle,
saying
in my
Alex the
opinion.
Sandflies.
Oh, yeah, I'll watch.
icon.
Oh no, I
Duel
love you,
Fates.
Calvin. I love
I'll
you,
watch
Calvin.
Duel
Like,
Fates
honestly,
till the
I'm
cows
with
come
you.
home.
I'm with you, Calvin. Like, if it wasn't for Star Wars,
good.
Star Wars.
I don't mind the prequels. That's what I grew up with.
I love,
I love
Phantom Menace.
though.
Phantom Menace
I
is
love
great.
Phantom
I
Menace.
love it.
Actually, Episode 3's my 3rd favorite Star Wars movie ever. I cannot watch 2. 1 I can watch.
I
But
love
Yeah, so
2
I do understand that sentiment though. I always thought it was weird that people hated 1 more than 2. I'm like, if you're really gonna
no,
nitpick,
2's my
like
least
dialogue,
favorite movie
No,
ever.
2 is my
2
least. I hate
destroys
sand.
1. Like it's not pretty. But I mean I love Maul.
All right, oh yeah, Maul. I love Maul. Kenobi!
Maul 2.
Speaking of Sith, says Helenix, I am about to finish my personal goal of all my Siths that Relic 5 or better by tomorrow. Am I slugging right? Yeah, that's good shit right there. I'm proud of you, Helly.
Honestly, all Sith. I was realizing
I'm doing that right now
so
too.
I
Yeah.
just got my trioed relic and I'm looking at it, and other than Sith Assassin every single Sith is either a requirement or just damn good.
Yeah.
Like
Sith Assassin's not bad.
There's so little crap in that.
Need it for
faction.
platoons now.
That's
Yeah,
true.
well, there's that too. But I mean,
Yes,
they have
same
like
here.
so much non-dead weight. Like Traya Malgus, Darth Revan C, Lord Vader, Palpatine, Darth Vader, Bastila Savage. There's so many high quality tunes in that faction.
So random question going kinda, sorta, not really off that. What are the crappy characters you guys have had to relic up for the platoons?
Oh, Hoth Rebel Soldier Relic 8.
You had to do that?
Yeah. And I just took Bo-Katan, who's not crappy, but still Relic 8 to Bo-Katan for Phase 4 platooning. Those are the two characters that I had to take up. Hoth Rebel Soldier is a complete waste of goddamn Relic 8 space. It really is horrible. So he's just a character I have Relic 8 that's just sitting there. That'll eventually go to Relic 9.
He's gonna do
Not a
nothing
damn
except
thing.
for
Not a
platoon.
goddamn thing. Just sits there, and I'm just platooning.
account, I had to do Ugnaught.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's another one.
I volunteered for that. I'm like,
Oh,
screw
you
it.
poor
Yeah, we
guy.
everybody's doing that one character. There's plenty of
Oh
them. Where it's
yeah.
like, yeah.
I
it's
mean,
like-
I got out of I somehow didn't have
Aldous,
to
which
do
character
any.
did you pick?
I'm in the host. No, I'm not in Housekeeping Patrol. I'm in the Death Star Port. Okay. I'm in Death Star Port Designers. I would like to be in. Okay, I'm in Death Star Port. I have relic up 0 characters because I don't care.
You have all Gear 12 characters, Aldous?
Yep,
That's
I am.
impressive.
You're in the same-
No.
You're in the same
No,
guild
the
I'm in.
relics.
I'm in
I know,
Death Star
I'm
Port
making a
Designers.
Yeah, but I want to be in the housekeeping. No, yes.
Oh
I know
my
you are.
God! Just
Yeah,
get to the
yeah,
point,
yeah.
Aldous.
I knew
I'm
this
getting
question
to
was a
the
good
point.
idea.
Okay. No, I have done none because Death Star Port Designers literally just leave me alone. There has no force farming, and therefore I don't care. But yes, being Old Man Logan, it turns out we're in the same guild.
Yes, we are.
We send
Oh,
love.
yeah, the Content Creator Guild.
Yeah.
Is it? Okay, is it?
Mhm. It's got
Okay.
a lot of content creators.
But yeah, you had the most out of any guild, I
Yeah,
think.
Tilo's
Yeah, okay.
in there, and you know.
Okay, we need to check.
The
We
whole
need to-
GAC lab.
Okay, but
we
we
have
need
a
to
lot
check.
too in Vanguard, I think.
You have DPK.
No, he's
yeah,
in
I don't think we
ours.
have as many.
He's ours.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I wanted to check. Okay, we need to check the latest
I'll
recruitment.
count. I'm gonna count you guys.
The
That's
latest,
like
no, but
designers.
check the latest recruitment for Death Star Port Design because normally I'm listed first as being you can play with all this stuff. I'm like I don't respond to anything on the guild thing.
All right, I'd like to move on,
Like
please.
okay, we're moving on. Death Star Port Designers, best guild. in the
Okay, God almighty. Jack Daniels question: did some jackass erase fleet loadouts from that whiteboard? I don't know. I mean, I can tell you how that there is a whiteboard. What's on it? I have no bloody idea. So probably. I just still don't know why that's not a thing. All right, next question. Neo Venom 2 question: why is Ranger afraid to read my previous questions? You afraid I'll speak the truth? No, just oh, I'm sorry, I went blank again. Sorry. Like I didn't realize that question. No. Sorry. Well, my brain's just not working. Engineer question for the panel: what was your first Zeta? No idea. And what early Zeta do you regret? Maybe also for Omicron. I don't remember that, dude. I have
don't
no
remember.
idea. That's so long ago. Someone
I
asked me
do
that.
remember
Oh
mine.
God. Oh, good. I'm glad someone does because I sure in the hell
I
don't.
want to say
I
my
remember
first.
the first
Oh, go ahead,
two.
Calvin. My bad.
No, it was OG Resistance Finn. Like before his Zeta got nerfed, that one had incredible value because you could take such a garbage team and you could beat pretty much anything in LSTB on Hoth, and it also like maxed out the assault battle. It was such good value, and it was pretty good in PvP too. Yeah, I loved it, and that's been nerfed for what 2 to 3 years now, but it was very good way back in the day.
I just have no idea what my first Zeta. I'd have to literally go
It's too
back
long
to
ago.
like my videos and
My
see.
second was Qui-Gon. I remember that too.
I don't remember what I did for my
I'm
first
trying
Zeta.
to. Yeah, I'm racking my brain here. I think it was Darth Vader, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I know the one Zeta I regret was putting one on Rolo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've been lucky. I mean, I've been very particular about the Zetas I put on.
Sorry, Rolo has a Zeta?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's on her lead, right? Like
Yeah.
she does like one more thing against Empire.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whose kid is it anyways, Aldous?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going. Okay, we need to play that
Oh,
next
it's her
thing,
unique.
Calvin. Okay, is it
her
her unique?
Yeah, she gets more offense.
But she hits like a wet noodle.
Not under sauna and stuff. She doesn't.
No, she does not.
Hey, stop cheating. Stop cheating with new characters.
Now, Juice's question for all this. Did you? Okay, moving on. All right, try to quit. No, Aldous, and I saw what you did there, you bastard. Get that shit out of here.
He's doing it properly.
Yeah, he did, and I saw
By
it.
rules,
But
you have to say it.
no, I don't. When did that rule come into place? I just said if you put the word question for your actual question statement, that's how I'll identify questions. I never said anything about having to read the question. I do have that authority.
Can I have a question? Can I make a question?
Yeah, okay, go ahead, Calvin. He has a question.
Oh,
Calvin.
this is actually serious.
Yeah,
I
I
have
know.
3
That's why I like
Omicrons saved right now, kind of burning a hole in my pocket. I'm nowhere close to Afra. Where do I put it?
You have Traya and
I'm
Savage?
gonna assume you have
I
Traya
have
and
Traya and
Savage.
Savage, yeah.
I'd kind of hold on to him right now.
Yeah.
Who
Do
are
I
you
hold up-
missing?
Do I hoard above 3?
Well, so like, what would be your possibilities if you were gonna use them?
I could do Chrysanthemum
Okay,
early, I guess,
okay.
before I have Jabba.
I would
That's
drop
an option.
Chrysanthemum's
Uh-huh.
one. That's a nice one. That extra protection
Yeah,
and
that-
stuff
yeah.
makes him a nightmare to deal with.
Okay, so I can allocate one there.
Yes,
Okay, how's
I
your
like that
how's
one.
your TW-ness? Because I do love Mara Jade and I do love Phasma.
I have
For
both
TW.
those,
He
yeah.
already has
Okay,
those.
okay, okay. But you're a beta game player. You're very good at this game. I understand. Have you considered wasting one on Krennic?
What?
No, I have not considered.
Don't do that.
I do think I need to allocate one for Chrysanthemum, so I think that might have already answered my question.
Good call.
I
Yeah,
will- I will
let's
take
leave
Krennic into
the
consideration.
Director Krennic and go back to Scarif and die.
Yeah, on Calvin's next show, if he actually told the public that he put a Omicron on Krennic, I think people would want to start checking his temperature.
Yeah,
Or-
their confusion.
Or
and
they'd be
shock.
like, "What does he
Or
know
too
that
low.
we don't?"
Yeah, I was like, wait. a minute.
That's the flip side of that coin. Okay, what did he figure out?
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm capable of that.
Okay, but a weird discussion. And like all Omicrons are not created equal. Like
No.
you have a Traya
Yes.
Omicron that will destroy Malgus, right? And then you have a Krennic Omicron that will do literally nothing. Who's in charge of this? Is it nonsense? I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I love it. I love the nonsenseness.
I mean, that's the game. Like, no GP has ever been equal. Like, the Zetas aren't equal, the Gear 12s aren't equal, the characters aren't equal. It's pretty consistent.
For the most part, Omicrons have been really, really good for this game. I don't have really problems with any Omicrons. I think they're fantastic. It just depends on what you want to do with them. Some are, as Calvin, as you guys said, weighted way more in value than others, right? So just, like with Zetas, be particular. If you're not sure, do some research before you pop one on. But, Chrysanthemum's a really good one. I put that one on him.
Yep.
Hell yeah, baby. Like, for instance, we always talk about Star Killer, right? He's got 3 Omicrons. You only really need Force Dyad. The other 2 are just supplemental. I mean, they don't do anything until he goes into Force Unleashed. You get any value, but by then you already dropped the goddamn Star Destroyer on someone's head. So it's like, okay,
I've gotten by just fine with only 1 Omicron on Star Killer for a very long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still only have 1 on Star Killer.
So
The only character that I've found really wants to is Ben Swolo.
Yeah,
Like,
you
I
want
really like
those
the
two.
healing immunity, and I really like the revive.
yeah, those are both
Yes,
really good.
Yes.
The other one, it's situational.
Eh.
So why? I mean, it can be very good, but it also can work against you.
It can be a waste. Yeah, it can work against you because you just have one character hitting health and one hitting protection. You get nowhere.
Yeah. So, Malgus, I put all his on. Malgus was absolutely, he's a 3 Omicron. That dude that's why he's such a pain in the ass.
I think Hondo is.
Hondo for sure, man. Oh, yeah.
Oh, what do you guys think about Asaja's? She's been the one who I've been the most on the fence about.
Ooh, let me look that. I want to read that now.
It looks pretty good, but Night Sisters just really aren't there right now.
They're not. They're
I
not.
wish they were.
It's a long way off. I think until they add Merrin to the game and give Night Sisters a buff. In fact, they're one of the weird. Them and Ewoks. I'm not sure. Them and Ewoks are the 2 factions that have got no love.
I think Ewoks are about to get some love with 40th anniversary Return of the Jedi.
Yeah,
really
possibly,
do.
possibly. But I do think the Night Sisters. Yeah, I think I got.
Oh no, we lost Kate.
Anyway,
Oh no. Oh no.
Shit.
Send out a search
Shit.
party. What happened? Oh no.
She'll be back in 10 to 15 minutes.
Is that what she said?
Damn, Calvin. On paper, that actually reads pretty well.
On paper.
Oh, it's
yeah.
a very good. It's very
Asajj
good.
looks really good.
But the
It
issue
does.
is the rest of the team are so bad.
Yeah.
They kind of boost a bad team. But the tiniest little bit, add Merrin in or something that does a little bit more, then it would be a very, very, very good Omi. But it's a great mid-tier Omi, because Night Sisters are great early game, mid game. But yeah, not for me now.
Question: how many omicrons are required for Inquisitors? None, unless you
No.
want to do something in TW, and that's Grand Inquisitor, which are nice, but
No.
no.
Even then, I
No.
think you
Yeah.
only want. So
Is it his leader you want, or is it unique? I can't remember.
So his special,
Special.
I think, is right now it looks the most attractive, because what we're thinking, and we don't know this yet because she's not in game, but there's a possibility of the combination of Riva's leadership with Grand Inquisitor's special is going to be really broken. You're
Riva's going to be
immediately-
broken. Jeez.
You're going to
Oh my
immediately
God.
annihilate in TW. You're going to immediately annihilate their tank before anyone takes a turn.
Yeah.
Like GK's just going to drop.
So I can't. Riva's going to make a big difference in the Inquisitors.
So if you really want one, I need to double check so I don't give wrong information. But if you really want one on TW for Grand Inquisitor, I think it's I think it's Ready to Die. That's the one that if they hit 6 Sex to Purge, which they will with Riva, the ability's cooldown is reset. He'll get 100% turn meter. And if they're a Jedi, he will instantly defeat them, and they can't be revived. So you start the battle against, I actually either JML or JMK, and you just get to annihilate anyone because you could ignore. I think the ignore taunt might be the other Zeta, or the other Omicron. Yeah, he has a way to ignore taunt in some fashion, and so you can like go just kill Giant Luke or Giant Revan on a JML team. You don't
That's
even.
filthy.
It doesn't
yeah,
matter.
no, Riva's going to be filthy. She is
Yeah.
going to be filthy, dude. I mean, we've seen just on paper her kit's going to make the Inquisitors do some serious damage to GLs, man.
It's
I mean,
actually GI's leadership that lets him ignore taunt, but
that's what I thought
still
was
against
leadership. Yeah.
Still against if you're up against the JMK, then GK he loses before anyone gains any turn meter.
Yeah. Nobody cares question. Can you name any character who's been in more shows and movies than Jar Jar that isn't in the game? Why would I care?
Yeah.
You come to kill me, my child.
La Guerrera's been in almost everything.
There is okay, here's one for you. There is only one character in the whole of Star Wars films that has more lines than Jar Jar Binks, but is not in the game. Because Jar Jar Binks is 22nd on the list. There is one character that is in more in the
Is that all
films released.
canon, including shows?
In the films. No,
In the
just the films. Just the films. More lines. There is one character that is more ignored than Jar Jar Binks.
Going through my head right now, like just movies.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Is
for
it
you.
a variation or is it like a pure character we haven't seen? Because I imagine like if you count like Light Side Sheev, he would easily beat him, but
Nope.
so it's not a variation.
Nope. It is an actual character who was in. Yeah.
All right, give us
films.
a hint. What's his primary film?
I cannot tell you that. You mentioned him earlier on.
Mention the what?
You mentioned him.
Oh, I mentioned him?
Yeah, I think
Oh,
so.
it's not. It can't be Beckett, can it be?
It is Beckett. Beckett had
Beckett has
170.
more lines alone in Solo than Jar
Yeah,
Jar does
he
have
really
in the
did,
entire
yeah.
prequel
Beckett
trilogy.
has
That's
107,
true.
Yeah. Beckett,
Very good.
Beckett has 174
I'll be
lines.
damn. Bail
He has
Organa's
more
not a bad one.
lines. Yeah. Bail Organa's a good one, but literally Beckett is 17, Jar Jar Binks is 22. They are the most ignored characters. If you're never
I'd love to see Becca come into the game.
Beckett would be good, but
I love to see both.
yeah. So would I. I don't understand why, because literally after that, there's like nothing. Like every single person's in it.
I think CG read, and I think they were wrong in this, but I think they read way too much into the box office for Solo being really low, and I think there were other factors with it. Like Endgame came out at the same time. There's a lot of bad reception for The Last Jedi, and the box office tanked. And I think they abandoned any project except the ones that were already pretty much completely fleshed out, like Han Solo or Nest. I think that's what did it. I think we were supposed to get something else for that faction, whether it was
liked Solo.
Dryden Voss, Beckett, some other Maul, but yeah, I liked it too, but it didn't do well revenue-wise.
Oh, absolutely, because of the backlash from, which is unfortunate, because it's actually a pretty decent movie. It's not the greatest Star Wars movie, but I liked it a lot, yeah.
I would like him, okay, just 34, 35, Elsinore Watto and Captain Panaka, both missing.
That's right.
Those two, also great.
Captain Panaka would be good. Yeah, you could add him. Yeah, that's a good one there.
And that's one of those things where if the Phantom Menace came out while the game was running, we would have gotten all of those characters.
Yeah, and they'd be terrible.
Let's see.
And then they would get Boss Nass to reinforce them, and they would be great.
Oh,
we would be great. Boss Nass.
We would be talking about what legend or galactic legend or what ship is Boss Nass going to have right now.
All right, let's see here. Question from Navju. What are the keys to Traya beating Malgus? I tried twice, and Nihilus keeps getting his cooldown increased and never gets to annihilate.
Nihilus Lead is a big help, because if you don't use that, they'll very consistently not get through your health.
Yeah.
I did it today. I did it today, and they didn't increase Nihilus once.
It comes down to your if you're using the trio, not Scion taking all those hits and keeping those hits on him, so that you can get that off. But I don't know. I'd have to see, man. It's a lot of minutia in there. So yeah.
One of the things that's helped me, and this is awkward, is my Nihilus is R3. So he's weaker. So it's much more likely that a lot of the hits push him under that 90% threshold, where his cooldowns get completely reduced.
Yeah. Hellenic, serious question for the panel. Which Starkiller Zeta is the right one to do? I have Starkiller at Relic 5, but I don't think I did any of the Zetas. Do all his Zetas.
No.
Starkiller?
Yeah.
Omnis are different, but Zetas?
There is
Zetas.
conflict.
Yeah, Zetas, not Omnis.
Zetas.
Yeah. Okay. Zetas do them all.
Well, so there's two of them, but if you have to choose between the two, it's the basic and what's the other one?
I have to go back and look.
Is it Force Energy?
I'm not even sure what the other one is.
I think it was Force Energy.
It might have been. I think you're right, actually. Yeah, if you have to choose between those two, definitely Force Energy.
Plus 20% counter chance, critical chance, defense penetration, and offense, and immune to fear. Yeah, that's got to be it.
Sometimes you'd think so. Sometimes there's some really overpowered Omegas.
It's true.
I guess you can just GG this. Yeah, you are correct, old man Logan. It's Force Energy.
But for what else? Yes, that counter, the Sith trio versus Malgus is not a lock. And it's all about when does Nihilus get to his annihilate, how many times you annihilate. You've got to annihilate Malgus first, because he's the one with the cooldown increase, and that's the huge problem. I can imagine in time, kind of tossing it in with a pre-taunting tank might actually work better than tossing in the Sith trio, because the trio Omi is broken, so people are now moving across to a Nihilus lead. With Traya, I can imagine like a pre-taunt tank or something in there, just eating the first 2 or 3. But yeah,
someone said they were using Savage.
I almost want
in that
Nihilus
too.
to eat the first big hit.
Yeah,
that's the way that I win. Is Malgus hits Nihilus first, and the way that the order of operations work is that he increases your cooldowns, and then they're reduced, and you get to annihilate first turn.
Yep.
Yeah. So it's a weird one. It's a weird counter, but if you get locked into that cooldown increase, you're effed.
That's with the Nihilus lead, correct? Where he gets his pretty much insta kill right out of the gate.
So I did it with Traya lead when I did it. I was using Traya lead. Malgus hard targeted Nihilus the first turn, and then I annihilated him. It was like a 10-second match. One thing I will say is if you're fighting Malik on the Malgus team, you have to annihilate Malik first, because
Yep.
if you don't, Nihilus applies a dot to Malik every turn, and you will literally never leave fear.
Yeah.
It will be a constant loop.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, that's good to know. I did
I mean,
see.
if
I
you
did
annihilate
see-
Malgus, then
Yeah.
you can just go in and clean up the Malik. But if you're going for a one-shot, you have to annihilate Malik first.
All right, we got
wasn't
another.
for- wasn't
yeah.
for great banners, but I actually saw. I think it was Rambam the other day. Actually took out a Malgus with Hondo. It was a
Oh yeah, easy peasy lemon
old, it was
squeezy.
old
If
Ben,
it's
TK,
if
and
it's the
Hondo.
garbage, it's one of the weaker comps, right?
No, it was Malgus.
Like Darth Revan and Bastila Shan, I think that won't work.
He didn't
Who,
have.
did he ha- who was it? Ranger it was Malgus and Talon. He didn't have Darth Revan.
Oh, it was Marauder,
Yeah, Marauder and Talon.
and he destroyed it.
He did. And the look on his face when Hondo was damaged just kept ramping was classic.
All right, here's another question from Hermit Fulgham. Question: how to mod Jin, K2, and Cassian for the Adrad squad? K2 is just tank.
Yep.
You know, tanky.
Protection.
Yeah, protection. Cassian, you want potency because you want those debuffs landing. So as much potency as you can get on him. Jin, I mean, potency and speed because you're trying to get her to take turns because she's, you know, if it's under Adrad to get those turns off. But potency for her,
possible too on her.
yeah, crit chance, potency, but speed, I think, and then Adrad as fast as possible too. You're trying to get them into their payout and doing their stuff because the more they're doing their specials and stuff and landing their shit, the quicker they're going to get him, well, to basically destroy you. God. Hey, Bobas, what's going on? He says, hello there, you wonderful content creators. Glad to have you here. All right. We'll do final call for questions and stuff, so we're going to get those in now. Again, we're going to, just so you guys know, we're pushing the start of the Jedi Academy from now on from where it was to 10 p.m. my time, or sorry, 10 a.m. my time. So that's just because I'm doing the co-hosting with the Heinzies now. So we'll be starting a little bit later, but we will get those in. Now, for other content tonight, we'll be doing D&D. We'll have a D&D session tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern on Twitch with me and Finn and everybody else jumping in. If you want to come watch some Dungeons and Dragons with a bunch of potato heads, well, there you go. Me being the lead potato head. And then we'll let these guys pimp their stuff here. Oh, I'm getting botted right now. Let's see. Oh, I don't have to platoon anything today. Yay! Winning. And then we're getting ready for. Oh, it is in that time. It's time for Fave 6, baby. So we're gonna 3-star dark side, 3-star mix. Light side we're good. Goal is to get 35 stars. All right, I like it. All right, Karthik is all over this shit. So yeah, we'll let these guys pimp their stuff here in a couple of minutes. And please do me a favor, go support these guys. Kate, Epic, Old Man Logan, Calvin, even all this. We got to support all this. Even though he's been
Especially all this.
Yeah.
It's 100% on. Like, wait, oh god, I did something totally broken today. I apologize. I do not support all this ever. Okay, thank you. Bye.
You'll get your chance to pin properly in a second, young man. You wait your turn. Yeah, phase 6 deployed done. Yeah, pretty much what it is. I mean, we'll do some combat missions there, but it's just deploying and finishing up the stars. 35, pretty good. We could have 36, but had a boo-boo on Kashyyyk, so we just missed the last star on that one. So, but I'm still pretty happy about it. So we're progressing nicely with everything in this. So, but it's gonna be a hot minute. Once we get about 36 stars, right around there, we ain't doing shit for a while because it's gonna come down to phase 4. Look, you get all those planets done, and if you can, then that's about it. Because you ain't touching. Maybe eventually in the future with all the Relic 9s, we might be able to do one zone, get an extra star or two, but Jesus, the Relic requirements are so ridiculous. Oh my God. All right, last call for questions, and then we're going to wrap it up here, and then let everybody go watch football and stuff. I got a busy day of, I got to finish reading my mom's book that's getting ready to be published as a last proofread for her, so... I'll be doing
congrats to your mom.
That's her second book, so yeah, she's getting ready to get it published, and so, but she just wants me to get eyes on it. So I'm like, I mean, I did that yesterday. I read like 230 pages of it. It's actually really good, but I'm not reading it for the enjoyment. I'm reading it. I mean, I enjoy it, but I'm looking for any kind of errors in grammar and stuff like that. So, but I haven't found any. She's a pretty good writer. Yeah, I'll let you guys know when that book comes out. You guys want to feel like a good mystery novel, that'll be one for you. I'm not seeing any other questions. You got about not much time left to get your questions in. Although we've tackled quite a lot of topics today.
I got a question.
Yeah. Go, old man Logan.
I had to type my question to chat. Why did you get a question here?
Because you said naughty things all this.
Okay, fine. People.
Kept bringing Jar Jar.
I need to look that up. Oh, Jar Jar's not naughty.
Yeah, it's
Jar
naughty.
is the good
Naughty
boy.
top. No. Oh, Jar Jar using the boomba. Me, they don't have me boomba.
Please don't ever do that again.
I have to, just so you guys feel the anguish. What's your question, real quick, old man Logan?
I don't know if it was covered. We covered it in the episode I did last night. But what are your guys' thoughts on the potential of the bug in the Traya Omicron being nerfed?
Yeah, we covered it earlier. Yeah, if it's a bug, they got to fix it. It's just the way it is, right? It's a bug. It's not working as it was intended. There's something wrong with it. It's just the nature of how it goes. It's like Qui-Gon. You know, we like the way it's working, but yeah. But I don't think it needs a nerf. If it's not a bug, and it's just leave it alone, man. Seriously. God damn it. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be nerfed. Whether it's a bug or not, I think Traya deserves the space she has. I don't know what the bug is. I'm not like a genius at these things, but yeah, I would leave it. I think honestly, I do love it when. Okay, so I hate defense. So for me, GAC for me should be offensive based. It shouldn't be I get like a character like Profundity and I toss it on defense and I never ever use it. Or Lord Vader, you're on defense, I will never ever. I think for me, I love it when they kind of force those people off of defense, and I think Wampa's done that. I think Traya's done that, and I would love for Traya to. Yes, I would love them to leave it, and I'd love them just to email the entire community base and say, see your damn Lord Vader, stick on offense and kind of like two-man your Rey Ben Solo, and yeah, just do that. That's a much better use. Get it off defense, just stick it on offense and just do that, and it's a better base. That's my solution, but I don't think they will email them. You could fax them.
Boba says, hit like on the stream, guys. How could you not? Yes, please do. It does support the channel. All right, we're gonna let everybody pimp their stuff now, so we're just gonna start with old man Logan, work our way around. Before we do that, make sure you check out Kate Gaming, her channel, a lot of fun. Also check out Epic Fails on his channel. Please do that. Those two guys, those folks are very kind to be here. And do me a favor for all these content creators, please check out their stuff. Just the simplest things, watch a video, you know, all the way through, hitting thumbs up on it, subscribing to their channel. It does make a difference, guys. And it's a great way to show your appreciation for them taking time out of their schedule to be here on a Saturday to answer your questions about Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. So, I mean, that's the minimum you can do. If you want to show more support than that, by all means, go do that. You know, I mean, it matters. So with that being said, old man Logan, where can folks check you out, my friend?
Well, last night, so on the second and fourth Friday of every month, last night, my co-host and I had our first episode of taking over the duties for the Escape podcast for Paul and Nev.
Yep.
We're now the two guys that are going to be doing that show every other week, but on the off week, my co-host and I will still be doing the Old Man's Cantina, which is a more of an uncensored, unfiltered look at SWGOH. Also on the Discord, you can catch me doing a Dark Souls 3 walkthrough. We can, you know, if you're in the chat, we can also talk Star Wars while I'm doing it. And I also do Tekken 7 videos on Discord as well. So if anybody wants to hang out, talk Star Wars. So yeah, that's where you can find me. And thank everybody for your support. And yeah, definitely like what Ranger said, check out all the other content creators. And definitely Calvin, because that man knows his stuff. And if I do get matched up with him, I'm probably just going to cry.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Don't want to face. Speaking of that,
you'll do plenty well.
All right, Calvin, Awesome. Where can folks check you out at?
Yep, 3 primary places you can find me. If you're YouTube, look up Calvin Awesome. We currently have some videos going on modding, doing a new series about mod shaming, where basically you guys, the users, get to go into my Discord, give me your team, and then we'll review it. Like, the mod shaming is more of a gimmick, but it's a good time. And then if you like podcasts, me and Tilo Mad, we have a podcast who is an Alice's Guild, so that's fun. You can find that on Spotify or iTunes, The Mad Awesome Show. And then if you like Twitch, seeing GAC battles live, then find me at Calvin_Awesome on Twitch. We do our battles live every Sunday, Friday, and Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, depending on how Old Man Logan does in this round right now, if he wins, we will very likely be matched up in the third and final match.
Dope. Very dope. And then first, the sand is all the sand fly around. Where folks be checking
Thank
out.
you. Okay. So welcome to that place. But as we all know, content creation is effing difficult. So today I turned my entire stream over to ChatGPT, and I had AI write my introduction, my outro, and I even had it write me a Zory Bliss lore video, which I recorded and I've uploaded to my YouTube channel. Welcome to Sandflies on YouTube. So if you want to see how awesome the future of content creation might be, and me, I have no idea who Zory Bliss is, but she was a character apparently. But I had ChatGPT wrote the entire script. I recorded it. It's on my YouTube channel. It's 5 minutes long. Take 5 minutes. Let's break the internet. It's nonsense. But please do not replace the proper lore, which is done by Ranger and Rambam. And ignore everything I ever do it. So please do not like.
We haven't got to Zory Bliss yet.
Do not like anything I do. It is breaking. It is breaking things. But if you want to see what ChatGPT did, check out my stream this morning. Check out the YouTube video.
Yeah, check it out.
Welcome to Sandflies. Well, it is brokenly funny. I love you. Welcome to Sandflies.
All right. And speaking of that, yeah, the new lore video, we have a new series called Star Wars Lore with Idiots, where I try to teach lore to a bunch of morons, and it usually goes horribly wrong. We've covered a lot of subjects so far, and so you can check that out. We also have, we've been doing the Old Republic, so it's a playlist that's on YouTube now. Star Wars Old Republic with the boys, where we are going through right now. We're doing all the dark side at the same time. All 4 story arcs, and we're going through every planet and doing every planet story arc, and we're doing all the story arcs. We just finished up chapter 1, which was a lot of fun. I'm doing the Great Hunt. Karth is doing the warrior storyline. Rambam is doing the Sith sorcerer storyline, and then BCM is doing the Cypher 9 ISP kind of spy thriller and story. So we're doing that every Tuesday. You can check that out. So there's a lot of content you can check out on our channel outside of Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. I just recently did the Riva mission, so if you are looking to do that, have any questions, feel free to hit me up anytime. That I'm chilling the rest of the day until I go do D&D tonight. You can come check that out and hang out. And we have a lot of fun doing D&D. It's just goofy, playing D&D, having fun, that kind of stuff. So, but yes, with that, thanks for joining us on a Saturday. This will be the new starting time and where we do Jedi Academy. And then, go check out the video. We recorded one from the Heinz stream last night. That's on YouTube as well. Me, Heinz, and Rambam kind of going off about the state of the game with Traya, Omicron, and some other things we are not too happy about. So yeah, ETH Koth eventually. You know what? If we can get to, I already made a deal. If we get to $1,000 in Patreons, Kazakagi, then Ram's going to do a lore video on Mace, and then I get to pretend I'm an idiot and just give him an endless shit time like he does me every lore video. And then at 1,500, I think the patrons wanted me to do the entire, like the Turtle Twins and the entire Eternal Throne family. But I think if we get to 2,000, I'll do one on ETH Koth. So yeah, but yeah, and once we get to 1,000, I'll start uploading them on iTunes and stuff like that. So we got to get certain marks before we start expanding the lore series. So there you go. With that, everyone have a great rest of your day. Love you guys, and we'll talk to you later. Peace out.